Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Ben from the Ben Herrera Show. As you all know, what is today? Dang it, I forgot.
It's Friday.
Friday. Wow, it's been a long day. It's been a long day. I'm sorry.
I hear you, man.
It is Friday, and we got a special guest tonight. But before we get to our guests, we're gonna put our sponsors out on the show. But we're gonna start with Southside Cuts, located at 114 West 16th Street. Hold on one second. I'm gonna do this. West 16th Street, right here in Holland. You need that haircut. You got an interview coming up, and you want to look good. Get a hold of Moyo or Angel. And Moyo, what up, Moyo? You know what? Dang it, I forgot. Oh no, I did say. 616-836-7502. If you need a haircut, or if you need a barber, or if you're a barber and you need a job, get a hold of him. He is looking for, he's got a couple of spots open. And then we got Papa John's. We appreciate Papa John's because they help us feed the community.
Yes, they do.
It's every Tuesdays and Thursdays, I think it is. I forgot.
Tuesdays.
It's been a while. Tuesdays and Thursdays. Get a hold of Emily, the store manager. She is also looking for help. Kitchen staff, delivery drivers, management. So get a hold of her as well. 616-355-7272. And then we got Pure West Compassion Club, located at 9730 Adams Street, right here in Holland. We got
Represent Bar.
It is.
And then later on today in the show, we'll be doing a giveaway from Pure West. So,
yes.
So all you, you little tokers out there, tune in, get yourself a chance to win a little smoky dope.
Yep, exactly. And then also, if you need anything, you want to look up their website, go to purewestclub.com or call them at 616-772-9420.
Legends in the game, baby.
Sure.
Hey, they ain't even got to say nothing. Their awards speak for them.
Exactly. That's right. And I think they have it listed on their website. And then we got, how did my camera get way down there? We got,
There he is, man.
You know, you help change the music scene in Holland. You know, you are one of the originals. You know, it's an honor to have you. I'm being serious. If it weren't for you, there's a lot of people in this community that are in the music scene that you help out. And I want to ask you a question about let's see. So creating music, you know, you have that style that a lot of people would love to have. You know, I'm not saying nobody else is good. I'm just saying, like, I've known you for years. I've known you since 2000.
Yeah. I mean, you were a big part. You were a part of what happened with us and coming up. You know, like, I mean, there was a lot of times when I'd hit Ben up and be like, he'd come pick me up and we go push CDs out. You know, like, he was there. He was front and center when the albums dropped, and he would take me around, and I would drop CDs off in stores. He would go pick up the cash, go refill the CDs. I mean, bring me to the studio. Like, it's fun. It's ironic that we're sitting here in Black River Studio, and we're literally right next door to the lab.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
I remember that.
Like a lot of the music and everything I created was literally like fucking 15 feet away in the studio on that side of the wall.
Yep.
So, yeah, I mean, creating, I mean, the style, to be honest with you, the style that I developed was really influentially based off of the fact that I myself, like, my favoriteest rapper in the world was Big Pun. It is Big Pun, right? Big Punisher, rest in peace.
Yes.
But, like, I was so influenced by Bone Thugs, Twista, SPM. So it's weird because the one thing that I loved lyricism. I loved East Coast lyrics, but I liked West Coast, like, swag style, the dress, the talk, the lingo.
Yes.
But I really love down south beats. You know what I'm saying? So for me, when, you know, like a lot of trial and error. If you listen to my music from my first CD and unreleased music from back then up until it started rolling, I was very much trying to figure out who I was and how to put it into a sound. And it was like, I was like, you know, torn because like in a sense, I was like, I love Wu-Tang Clan and I love Big Pun.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
But their beats aren't this and they don't talk about this.
Right.
You know,
Exactly.
so for me it was like, how do I ball that up to something? And in the end I was like, this is just who I am. Like I love East Coast lyrics, I love West Coast bounce, I love West Coast gangster shit,
Mm-hmm.
but I love down south beats.
Right.
So if you really pay attention to my shit,
And
there's a lot of down
I was-
south beats.
I was gonna say, I think you accomplished that goal. You did that with your music. You made your own song with it.
Yeah.
You know, because like
That's true.
You know, someone that listens to music and hears music and knows music, has been a musician, and I hear like your early stuff, and then like, you got mature in it.
Yeah.
So,
You know, and it was like the twist, like rapping fast. You know what I'm saying? Like that is Bone Thugs and Harmony. That is, you know, Twista, right? Lyrics. That's Big Pun. That's Eminem. That's Wu-Tang Clan. That's, you know, La the Dark Man. You know, that's just those influences and that, and you know, and yeah, SPM. You know, like I'm like, all right.
absolutely.
And then the beats were always down south, but like me, I moved, you know, like I lived down south. I lived down in Dyersburg, Tennessee. I lived in Lexington, Kentucky for many number of years.
Oh, yeah.
And,
I see.
yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
And you know, like I would be down in Lexington chilling with my dog Reek, my brother Reek, and my homeboy 6ix9ine and Beast and Creep. And we'd be sitting in the car, we'd be smoking, we'd be jamming out, and like these dudes would just be bumping like straight up C Murder and BG and Yo Gotti, you know, and I'm like vibing to these beats, like, damn, you know, but like, so like, you know, that, and, you know, like Project Pet, you know, like something like that, like that's the other part of the style is like a rhyme scheme, a pattern, not just rapping fast, but like if you listen to Project Pet, he's like coming in the pop. No more drop. You know, like I would be like, damn, love the way this dude says it.
Yes.
You know, like he has his own way about going about it. And for me, I was like, you know what? There came a point when I started just like, it just naturally happened. Like everything manifested in one way where I was like, you know, I would listen to a song back and I'd be like, yeah, I just rapped fast. I said some shit that meant something and it actually made sense. And it was to this beat and it bounced hard as fuck. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
you know, and I would be like, yo, like that's what it is.
What was that experience with Chingo Blink, man? That was pretty dope.
That's the
With
one.
Chingo?
Man, he's crazy, 80.
So let me tell you something about Chingo, bro. Like
That was gonna be one.
Chingo's my dog.
I'm sorry, man.
Chingo's my guy, right?
Yeah.
Like, bro,
You beat me.
Chingo is man, like he, you know, everybody sees the cowboy hats,
Right.
the boots, and the funniness and shit.
Right.
But that brother is sincerely one of the smartest. Like not just the musicians, just you know, like we like on tour, we would be in the van, and I just remember like one time, like he doesn't even get high or nothing like that, right? We used to be sitting there riding, and I don't know why, but like, I can't even remember what it was, but we were driving and just this conversation. He's just like, you know, if you were to cut a starfish and take it and rip it in half, it wouldn't die; it would just grow the other half back. And I'm just like. You know, just like shit, like you just think about shit, like not just. I mean, that's weird, but it was like somehow, like it does.
Yeah.
But like I mean, like his business sense is just masterful. His creativity, his drive, like his passion for the music was, you know, it's very influential. And like my time with him is something that I'll never forget. Like,
like a year or so.
You know, we toured together for a couple months, and then like every time he would come to Michigan, him and Meta, shout out my boy Frank, big fucking Meta, big down in Texas. Like he would come in and we would fucking just like, you know, sit and chat and have, you know, collaborate on different ideas, and then he would be like, "Yo, I make beats now," and I was like, "You make beats?" He was like, "Yeah, I make beats." So Chingo send me beats, and I'm like, you know, I started, you know, ripping his beats apart and shit, and you know, but that is all because of Bomber.
Yeah.
Like Bomber, you know, like while we were in the middle of doing our thing, I remember one time he was like, "Yo, I'm gonna be gone. I'm gonna leave this all to you." And I'm like, "What's going on?" He's like, "I got this opportunity. Don't worry, it's gonna benefit us." He actually didn't even tell me what he was doing. He just literally took off and he went to Texas and he was part of Chingo's team. He would sleep on Chingo's couch. You know, with his family, like he would, you know, like he helped Chingo build a lot of what he had. He was a big part of that with him, and So, but in the end, you know, when he came back, you know, Bomber's coming back, like, "Yo, check this out, this is my dog Chingo," and I'm like, "You know, Chingo, don't worry about it, bro. Just know that this is us now. This is our, you know, this is part of the team."
Yeah.
But yeah, like,
That
bro,
was exciting, man.
it was super exciting, you know, because it's like you're listening to these, you listen to these guys, and you're like, you know, like I don't think people understand like the connection between Holland and Houston, H-Town to H-Town.
Right, yeah.
It's crazy. Like, not just even before Chingo, bro. Like I was fortunate enough to go out to New York. We went to New York on 2 occasions, but we went out to New York to the Latin Rap Hip Hop Conference.
Yep.
And we connected with so many people, but my big thing was we connected with the Dope House.
Mm-hmm.
So like Low G, shout out to Low G, Rashid, Juan Gotti, yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Like Caroline, like these people not only welcomed us and embraced us, but it was a dream come true because like we literally grew up like listening to them. You know, like all of SBM's albums, bro. Third Wish, fucking H-Town, Block of Rock, like all these songs, you know, and then you know, like to be in the room with these people and not only being there with them, but like on their level as far as like, yo, like I'm an artist, like, oh, I'm your artist too, you know, let's collab, let's click. I remember we went around with Low G and Carolyn in New York trying to find weed, bro. We were fucking like up and down asking bus drivers and shit. Me and Juan Gotti, you know, and it's like, where can we find a taqueria around here? And everything. No, there's a Chinese joint right over there. And like, but like, so our connection, you know, was stick with them, and it was a blessing to have that, and it was very influential. But like, yeah, with Chingo, man, like dude, just. Funny cat, bro. Like it was natural. He transitioned to be a comedian.
It seemed like to me like iron sharpened iron with you guys.
Hey,
like,
absolutely. Well, actually, yeah, it was.
You guys, you know, it's like, you know, as far as the whole team goes, you guys sitting there, y'all would sharpen each other up. You know what I mean? And
it was,
that's
he is like,
key.
Yeah, and it was, but it was more like me, like sitting back and just like soaking in.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I would listen to Chingo and Bomber talk. Like they'd be like, "All right, you know, we get done, or we'd be in a hotel." And these two would sit off to the side, and me and Frank Meta, and you know, like whoever we were with at the time, we'd be over here, and we'd be, you know, fucking off and getting higher, fucking playing cards, playing video games, or even writing music. But like my ear too would be over here, and I would just be like listening to them, you know, Bomber and Chingo would be like, "Yo, okay, now that we've done this, we need to do this, and if we can get to this place and do this with this promotion and get them to give us this, now
that's yeah."
I like. You know, but then I'd be, "Oh yeah, let's do this." You know, like I'm over here, but like I would always be over here because it's, you know, when you have someone like that, the best advice to me to give to people is like, just soak up what you can gain from them. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, there's knowledge is priceless, bro. Because once you have knowledge, once you gain that and acquired that knowledge that someone gives you, that's forever.
Yeah,
that's something that you will keep. That's not something that's going to go into your bank and you're going to spend it, or you're going to go broke and be like, you know, when someone teaches you how to build a house, you know how to build a house. So if your house gets blown down, you're fucking stuck.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what I was trying, you know, like I'm over here listening to this dude, like, he's teaching them how to build a house. Shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Exactly.
You know, and that's the same as like even to this day with Bomber, bro. Like all the knowledge that he acquired from him and that he gave to Chingo, like they were like that was steel sharpening steel.
Yeah.
And I was just legit to gain from that. And but like even to this day, you know, Bomber would give me a call out of nowhere and just start talking shit to me, like, you know, like I remember when I started doing the Kingpin Kool-Aid thing, you know, he'd call me up and be like, "Why aren't you using this kind of trim? Why aren't you using this? How are you cooking it? You need to do it like this. You should put your face on this. You know what? I'm going to have this guy come to you and he's going to give you a logo and da-da-da." And I was like, "Oh, okay." you know, he's always like on that lookout to, because he has that mind frame. But that's how we all benefited from it, though. From having Shingo around to all that, like all that business sense. It's kind of like, you know, it became a staple, because before it was business, but it wasn't an organized business. It was like you know, there wasn't a negotiation. It was like, can we perform here? Yeah, pay us $250. Okay.
Yeah.
You know, and then once
Exactly.
after that part came, you know, we'd be like, can we perform here? And they'd be like, pay us $250. We're like, no, you're gonna pay us $250 in drinks, because that's what we consume. Plus, you're gonna give us 10% of the door. And then if anybody, you know, like does this, we also want to send a merchandise booth over here, which you get no percentage of. We keep every dollar that we make from CD sales and T-shirt sales.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and we also want X amount of people brought in, and they're like, huh? And then we'd be able to say, because this is the stats that we bring. We bring this amount of people into the club. We're gonna sell this shit out. We sell the brick house out every week.
Yeah.
You know what? Let's be honest. You're lucky to have us here. You know, and they'd be like, so how much do you want then? We'd be like, but we can sell out of court right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, but it's like, it was just such a fucking blessing to have that.
Yeah.
You know, to be able to be around someone like him and have, you know, obviously we had other big names around, but like every time, that was the time that I was like, every time we come around someone that had something that I could soak up, I was just like, let it ride. Spill that sponge into my bucket and let me soak that shit up.
Exactly.
So,
So definitely, I mean, there's been a lot of people that, you know, that's heard of you in town and outside of town. So what is the love and hate compared to Holland versus outside of Holland?
you know, that's just when you're coming up, it's weird because it's kind of a ratio. It's like when you're coming up, people kind of are fucking with you a little bit more because they don't know you. You don't have a status. You don't have a name. You don't have nothing. They're just like, oh, this dude's trying to come up, and you're pushing hard, and they're like riding with you, and you know, it's like, okay, so like when we were doing music, when we started out, there wasn't very many people doing it. I mean, there
was. I mean, but
there were. I mean,
not,
like, I'm not gonna take it.
Not as vocal as you guys were, though.
You know, they were in their own way, but I mean, just like with them, they would agree. Like when they were coming up and we were coming up, it was very rare, and so people were just like happy, like to be like, oh shit, you rap, you're from Holland, and it sounds good. Fucking with you.
Yeah.
You know, and then you get to a part where you start doing a little bit better.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, like the music scene kind of starts getting a little bit bigger. More people are doing it, and then it becomes competition, which is good. Everybody needs competition, and it should be respectful competition.
Exactly.
You know, like I don't get why some people would like not know you, not have ever spoken to you, but because your name is doing something, and just because someone would be like, you know, like for instance, if you were a rapper, you'd be like, hey Ben, your music's dope, bro, but like, hey man, that dude Kingpin, he's doing that shit too, you know. And some people had the mindset of just being like, Kingpin, man, fuck Kingpin, bro. My music goes way harder than Kingpin's. Some instead of saying like, yo, you know, people would ask me all the time, like, what do you think about so and so or this person? And I'd be like, yo, like, the more we have here, the better it can be.
Exactly.
Like,
that's very true.
You know, like the more we could have, like I never tried to hate on nobody, and I always tried to work with whoever reached out to me, and I never, ever was like, yeah, I'll do a song with you for money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I would be like, yeah, like, fuck it, you want to work? I want to work. Let's work. Like I would get yelled at because like as we got more and bigger and we started doing more, like, you know, they would be like, bro,
mainstream.
You need to start charging for your features. And as a person who loved music, I just couldn't. I didn't have it in me.
Right.
I was horrible with business. It was like, it was exciting to me. It's like, you ever watch Dragon Ball Z?
Yeah.
Goku? Yeah. Like, he gets excited to fight other people and shit. And like when a rapper would be like, I want to jump on a track, you're like, well, yes, let's do it. And like, but like, I'd be like, in my mind, I'm like, I have to be better than that guy. Like, I admire him and I like what he does and I know he's a beast.
Yeah.
But, sorry, I have to shit on him.
Yeah.
that's just the mind frame you should have. But
Right.
in a friendly manner. So when it came to like starting out, it was good, and then yeah, like all of a sudden it just became, it got bitter with some people and groups of people, and it got very hateful for a while. And it would be like, you know, some people would just be like, they didn't fuck with us, and like sometimes I would ask people like, why won't you fuck with us? Well, because my homeboy doesn't fuck with you. I'm like,
Okay.
okay.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, yeah, but
Yeah.
you know, and at the same time, you kind of understood. You know what I mean?
I get the loyalty lies,
But then you go out of town,
sometimes.
and then you go out of town. So like we go on tour, we be in Florida, and yeah, the love would be great, you know, because it's just like if like someone from out of town were to come here, and you know, like you're like, oh shit, you're on tour, you're here, you're doing something big, you're from out of town, you're not from my city, yo, I fuck with you, so the love would be genuinely like, yo, okay, they'd be excited. But then, you know, I think we did earn respect, and we did earn the love of the town, because, you know, like my goal was always to be like when we started doing it, people would be like, where you from? Holland. And they were like, fuck is that? Where's that?
Mhm.
Like, oh,
Yeah.
bro, it's, you know, West Michigan. And they were like to the parades.
Yeah.
Tulips, you know, Tulip City.
Yeah.
Well, that's cute, Tulip City.
Yeah.
You know, like, fuck, well, I'm from so-and-so, I'm from here, I'm from there, bro. You know, our hoods are this. And it's like, you know, like, everywhere has a hood.
Yeah.
And people, I see this all the time on, like, Holland's so ghetto and shit.
Yeah.
People are like, oh, Holland's not that ghetto, Holland's not this, Holland's not that. You know what? Not everywhere is. And if you ask somebody who's from, you know, like, people will be like, oh, Grand Rapids is hood. I'm sure there's people that live in Grand Rapids, it's normal to them, so they're like, this shit ain't that hood.
Yeah.
And there's people that, like, that love to embrace it, and they're like, oh, we're the hoodest in the world.
Yeah.
You know, like, some
Exactly.
people like, you know, yeah, is Holland like fucking top 5 on the fucking world's deadliest? It's not. By no means, no. And I never ever claimed it was. I was never like, yo, you get killed in our city.
Yeah.
We'll fucking kill you. Like, no, bro. Like,
You get murdered just for looking at somebody.
no, never that. I would never front. I would never be like, yo, you can't walk down the street. I'm like,
Right.
tiptoe through the tulips, my guy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I mean, like, every town has those moments. You know, our city had a bad history. We had, you know, fucking bad things happen. You know, and there's just random shit that happens. People get killed. People go, you know, beef, and it's unfortunate. And you know, shit happens. It's the world, man. It's everywhere. But you know, like when we started doing music, I made it at a point to, you know, be like, yo, I'm repping Tulip City, Murder Mitten, 616,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna scream that shit, and I'm gonna yell it, and you know, I'm gonna make good music, quality music, that people will hear it, and they'll end up being like, oh, shit does sound dope. Or they, you know, we'd invite people over.
Yeah.
We brought people from New York. I mean, one of the first shows we did for my album, Prime Days,
Mm-hmm.
was at the Firehouse, when the Firehouse was here, and I brought my man Hook.
Yeah.
And Sinister from New York.
Yes, I remember that.
And Hook went on to be an executive at Shady Records, and then currently he was a big part of Def Jam Records.
Mm-hmm.
And
Damn, I wish I
he's
still had
looking
those.
really good. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my homeboy Jose Cueno, Hook. You know, and they always showed us love. And we would bring people. You know, like we brought people from New York, we brought people from Houston, we brought people from Florida, from California, Tight Eyes, man.
Tight Eyes.
You know what I'm saying?
That dude, Tight Eyes. I don't know if you ever heard of him.
Yeah.
Okay, that dude. When I first heard his music, I literally like sat back and I was like, "This dude's fucking good." Like he's like,
That was phenomenal. Man.
Yeah, he was
That guy was amazing.
yeah, he was awesome. I remember.
He was so, like, I remember I heard his music,
Yeah.
and I'm listening to the voice. And I'm like, oh, this kind of sounds like Pac.
Yeah,
know,
exactly. Yeah.
A lot of people
And then-
like that, though.
And then I meet him, and I'm like, yo, this is a little Asian guy,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
But the dude was so creative,
Mm-hmm.
such a genuine individual, bro. Like every time we were together, like he would literally, we'd have him fly in from California, him and Mac G. And they would stay at Bomber's crib or with Mick, with Paperboy,
Mm-hmm.
and we would go and record these songs, and it was just like the best time, bro. Like just like lots of good food, lots of Hennessy, lots of Heinekens. You know, we just kick it, but you know, and they gave us love from out of town, you know, because we would go to them, they would come to us. Same with New York, same with Houston, and that's why it would always be like, that's why I would always say, you know, like if you do it right and you're humble, you'll get love here in town.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you should never keep a chip on your shoulder. It's good to have competition, and it's good to, you know, like hey, it's natural to be like, I'm the best MC. Like, do I think I'm the greatest MC? At one point, I was like, I'm fucking can't be touched in my head.
Yeah.
But humbly speaking,
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, there's a lot of cats out there that are gonna, you know, like, you know, that they're gonna take it to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like, you know, in my era growing up, man, it was like it was fierce competition out there. You know, I mean, come on, when I was doing it, you had AGE, you had Age, you had fucking Severe.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? John Severe, though. I mean, these guys are fucking, you know, monsters and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like these dudes are like,
Exactly.
it's incredible.
You know,
sound nice.
We have questions from a viewer. His name's Matthew Huffman.
Yeah.
He says, "Does Kingpin do you like tacos?"
I like tacos. I love the tacos.
The tacos. You gotta love the tacos.
What's up, Primo? That's my Primo from Arkansas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Shout out to the Southern Unorthodox food truck. Doing it big down there.
We got James Thomas watching. We got
That's my A1.
JC,
Happy birthday.
JC. It's his birthday today?
It's James C's birthday today.
Happy birthday, James. Thank you. How did I not say that?
I'm against them all the time.
You got my cousin Stacy watching. What up, Stace?
What's up?
We got Nick Serrano. We got
Nick Serrano. What's up, my
Henry
guy?
Ford and Jacob Trevino.
No, Jacob.
Lenny. What up?
Capo?
Capo?
That's my dog right there. Wait, that is one of the most fucking hardest work. To this day, that is the hardest working Mexicano in the fucking state, bro. I'm telling you right now.
My dog.
That's where the show was at.
What up, Tom?
Okay, so we got.
Shout out Tony Capo and the SK Mob, bro. Hey,
Is that who that was?
Yeah.
Tony? Okay, cool. So compared to, and this is just from the current state of hip hop, and what's your favorite era? Like from when you started to now?
like my era of hip hop.
Yeah.
Like just like in all music,
General.
like in general music,
Yep.
my era will always be the Wu-Tang, Nas, the 90s, like that with
for sure.
because it's not just like
Early
East Coast.
90s.
You know, I mean, fucking Warren G. Regulate
Mm-hmm.
album,
Oh, I had that.
fucking Chronic,
Yep.
Doggy Style, fucking
Spice One.
Adrenaline Rush from Twista, SPM's fucking Hustle Town, Slim Shady LP, fucking.
You guys remember Nice and Smooth?
Yeah, nice and
Nice and
Smooth.
Smooth.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm saying like those
Yeah.
that era. I mean, it's funny because like I always get yelled at because I still listen. That's all I listen to this day. You know what I'm saying? Like the Locks, DMX, Big Pun, fucking Cypress Hill, Psycho Realm. You know, just like 3-6 Mafia. Like I remember going down to Arkansas with my cousin Sam, and we would walk to this little record store in Blytheville, Arkansas, and we'd walk to this little record store, and I bought Mystic Styles, 3-6 Mafia, and that's the first time I, like I'm down there, I'm still a kid, and I'm just like, I want whatever hip hop you got. And I look over, and there's this dude hanging on the cross, and I was like, what is that? 3-6 Mafia. Sounds dangerous. I put it in the CD player, and I'm just like, oh shit.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Bone Thugs. So like for me, obviously, just given my age and everything, that's what I grew up on. But it's what influenced me. It's what it's just what I love. But like I love music today.
Yeah.
I love everything that not everything, but a majority of what comes out today. It's like I'm not one of them old crabby cats that's like it's 90s music or it's nothing.
Right.
It's really on the artist and the substance they bring, or say, hey, I'm not gonna front. Like an artist can be shit with lyrics, but if they're writing that beat smooth as shit and they're just fucking the beat's dope and they're they got a catchy ass hook, like it still takes creativity to do that. You know what I'm saying? There's very few artists that I'm like I hear and I'm just like
Mike Martinez says, "What's up?"
Mike Martinez?
Yeah. So Kingpin made every rapper in West Michigan step up their game.
June Arnez says, "What up, man?
What up, man? What up, June Arnez?
What up, June?
Artists, popular rappers.
Yeah, he's another good up and well, he's been
He's
around
better.
for a while,
He's
but
better up there.
he's
Let's
good.
go.
Wow.
That's good.
Hell yeah.
So, let's talk about trust fund.
Yeah.
Where did that start again? Let's
Trust
get
fund?
a little bit of a history and then get into where
Okay, so
what your best moments are for that.
So initially, when we started, it was LAB.
Yeah.
LAB.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Lazy
Yeah,
bastard.
that's right.
Yeah, you go under the watch. Lazy ass bastards. So it was me, Beast, Creep, Bomber, Bracket,
Mm-hmm.
Red Irwin. Shit, bro, this was like in the 90s,
Mm-hmm.
right? It's still cassettes. Like,
Yep.
I remember, like, the first thing I ever did, I went to DJ Bustin at Mo Money out of his crib and recorded songs. He had literally everybody's like two turntables and a mic, two turntables, a microphone, and on his mixer for his DJ equipment, it had a sampler. So I could say a word and be like, yo! And then he would sample it, and then he'd be like, yo! So we would literally take an instrumental record, Biggie instrumental, whatever, and then loop it, and we would just rap to it, write to it, and rap to it. But
Yeah.
so it started out as just like we were rapping, trying to come up as LAB. Bomber would load us in a van and take us to Grand Rapids to the studio out there, and we recorded the first gathering, and actually it was the actual members of Lazy Ass Bastards LAB was me, Beast, Creep, Bracket, and Age. And we recorded that first album, which, to our knowledge, was the first CD ever officially, like, we were the first rappers in Holland to print our music on CD. Like, it was full on, like, thermal printed, the sleeves on the bag, CD jewel case.
It was everywhere.
We sat up all night and we got them. We put them in that cellophane and fucking
Heated it
melt
up,
the wax
melted
around
it,
it, and then one,
Yep. Shit.
two. And we took it and we passed that shit out at Cinco de Mayo,
Mm-hmm.
and we fucking did. I mean, like that when that CD dropped, bro. Westside Michigan Pimpin'.
Mm-hmm.
That was that joint, and we were fucking like it was the best time. Like as far as like we didn't have no music on the radio, right? But it almost was the same because I remember jumping in the car after we did that. I'm fucking tired, bro. Like, we ended up. How many CDs we sell? All of them. What the fuck? For real? We need to get more. Yeah, everybody wanted it. And then you driving, coming over the bridge on the river, coming back to the north side, pull up to the light right there on river. And all of a sudden, I just hear Westside Michigan Pimpin'. East Side got it unlocked. And I'm like, yo, turn that up. Like, we're not playing nothing. I'm like, down the road, and there's some people that have no idea who the fuck it even is. And they're just like,
Yeah.
and I'm just like, they have no fucking idea who I am because our first album cover didn't have no pictures of us. It was literally a picture of fucking for whatever reason. Oh, Brad picked it out. He was like, this is going to be funny. We put a picture of a fucking monk.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
On the
yeah.
front, it was like a monk, like
Yeah,
this.
I
Yeah,
remember
it's
that.
LAB, the first gathering.
Yep.
So nobody knew who the fuck we were unless they bought the CD from us.
Yeah.
And if you bought the CD from Brad, you didn't know who I was. And if you bought it from me, you didn't know who Brad was.
Right.
So, yeah, we're sitting next to a car, and then the car next to them is doing the same shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then we leave, and we pull up, and we go to McDonald's in the car, and the drive-thru that's not one of them is playing our shit. And we're just like,
There you go.
That's what I'm saying.
the fuck?
Yeah.
That's
So-
what we're talking about outside, you know what I mean? Bumping your shit in the car, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that was probably,
Yeah.
that was probably one of the best feelings ever, like low-key without being like, you did, just like sitting there and be like,
Okay, let's do this again.
they're listening to me.
Yeah.
Look, they're singing my shit. The dude's over there like,
You know?
so we did that project, and then people got into legal issues and things happened, and
Yeah.
people went away for a little while, and so there was a hiatus.
Mm-hmm.
But during that whole time, we never, the ones that were still around didn't give up. We kept it going.
Yeah.
As far as like keeping our name out, we did shows. Unfortunately, we only had that one CD to go, but then eventually people came home.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, yo, you still ready to do this?
Mhm.
Yeah, bro, we're ready to go. And I remember me and Bomber built a fucking studio in my apartment, right next door at Oakview Woods, right over there.
Oh yeah.
We lived over here, and
Yep.
our whole kitchen was a fucking recording studio.
Mhm.
And we weren't cooking fucking dinner, we were cooking up fucking music, boy. We were sitting down, like going, and I remember sitting down, and he's like, "So what are we gonna call this?" And we're coming up with like, just shooting shit out. Oh, we're gonna call it fucking Game Type Records. We're gonna call it bad, so.
Mhm.
And the mom was just sitting there like, trust fund. He's like, you know what a trust fund is?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You're not, sir. It's like trust fund is something that, like today you put money away, you do something and invest in something
Mm-hmm.
that you can't have, but maybe your own kid can't have, but your kids, they'll be able to eat off of what you do today.
Mm-hmm.
They'll be able to eat off of what you do for the rest of their lives. They'll never have to worry about nothing again.
Yeah. Exactly.
And I was like, I was looking at him, I was like, and he's like, yeah, bro. He's like, Trust Fund Records. And we're like, TFR.
That sounds even
It
better.
sounds good. TFR. Okay, TFR. And yeah. So he was like, that's what it is. Trust Fund Records, TFR. Because people always like, why the fuck did you call it Trust Fund? I'm
Yeah.
like, because if you think about the meaning of it, the intention was what we do today
Mm-hmm.
will feed our family for generations to come. And the meaning of it was what they aim to do. It's what you aim to do, the generational shit. So
Yeah.
that's where the name came from. And then as we started doing it, like it just snowballed, bro. Like, I mean, we just the formula that we applied was like guerrilla marketing and
Mhm.
having the team. Like, we never went nowhere less than 30, 40 people when we showed up to a show. Like, we were fucking so, like, people would book us because they're like, we're going to sell 40 fucking tickets.
Yeah.
But they got to bring their fucking people with them, and we're like,
Yep.
oh.
Exactly.
We would show up, like, to shows in Grand Rapids, Muskegon, Detroit, Chicago, Indiana. We would just show up, and they would be like, fuck are you guys?
Right.
Trust Fund Records, TFR, like, so the city that they bringing people, So, but yeah, Trust Fund, Beast, Creep, Kingpin, James T,
James.
Tony Capo.
Tony.
At one point we had Miss Tina, Gina.
Yeah, that's right.
You know what I'm saying?
I remember that.
It was a squad of motherfuckers, bro. And
Dang, I didn't realize that been
J187, my dog J187, bro. Like,
Is
my dog
he still
right there.
around?
J187's still around. I just talked to Jay not too long ago. He gave me a call. He hit me up, and it's always good. It's always good to hear from Jay, bro.
Yeah,
He's
he
doing
was
good for himself. He's still active. He's still
good.
making music.
I was gonna
Still
say,
killing it.
I
He was a
see
cool
stuff
guy.
on
I like
him.
YouTube,
Yeah.
things like that. He's on big
And for me, bro, it's like, for instance, Capo, Tony, like, it's to see him excelling, like, from, like me and Capo, when I met Capo, it was on some, like, he was with Proximity Minds, who at the time he had some problems with, but Capo, was like, yo, like, I don't even know you, bro, and I like your music. Why am I gonna fucking beef with you?
Right.
Over this shit that I had nothing to do with, and I could have nothing, like, and I'm like, yeah, bro, like, I'm with you, and I had nothing but respect for him. Like, like, listening to him, I'm like, yo, like, it's dope to hear another MC, a Mexican MC, spitting what he's spitting at that caliber.
Yeah.
And
Exactly.
I'm like, yo, like, why would I want to beef with him just because of this when I could just have my beef with this person, and like, he thought the same. And, like, it led to eventually him becoming Trust Fund. And then what he went on to do with Apocalypto.
Mm.
And then, yeah, bro, that whole era that he had, bro, he was fucking killing it. And then for him now to transition himself and to go and to join with Conejo and the SK Mob, and it's, like, that shit to me is like, I see that, and it's like, like, every time I see him or when I do reach out to him online and we talk, I tell him I'm proud of him, but like, it's more than that. It's just like looking at him like, bro, like I couldn't be more happier. And it's just like, yeah, bro, I look at it, I'm like, yo.
No, I work with them quite a bit with lowrider, because they promote lowrider shows and things like that, and them showing up, and over the past recent years, they've been popping up a little more.
Give me some.
Things are. I feel like things are coming back around full circle. I ran
exactly what I said.
And I was like, dude, we had just talked about this, and all of a sudden you get called for this show. You know what I mean? The Park Theater. And that's awesome, dude. I'm excited for you.
Yeah, man.
Seriously, because I know Bomber has a lot to do with it too, but and I think me and Bomber we did our time together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then we've always been cool connect. My regret from back in the day, because I was always trying to push like local artists back then too. I couldn't get you guys, and this is just the city of Holland. Couldn't get you guys to get perform at the Cinco de Mayo.
Oh yeah,
it was hard. It was hard. I know. We all tried. We all tried to push.
But
But hey, the time is coming where things are changing.
But another thing with the trust fund thing, bro, is like I just want to make it very known and clear. Like there would have been no trust fund had it not been for Beast, the Nemesis, Creep, the Young Apollo.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're my LAB cats, my brothers.
Yeah.
I mean, we go back to like when there was nothing, and them two would rhyme, bro. Like honestly, like I was the weakest link of them all when it came to rhyme.
Yeah.
And I would sit back and listen to Mondo and Jordan, Beast and Creep just fucking rap, bro. And like I'm just sitting there like, how the fuck am I supposed to live up to that? Like in your head, you have a panic attack. You're like, what the fuck am I? I'm supposed to be on the same fucking song with these guys. Fucking, like in my head, it's a panic attack. But to them, they're like, right, they're looking at me, and they're like, they're dope. I'm like, yeah, this is dope. That's all right. I'm just like,
let me get out of here first.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And like just like being in the room with them, and they're like, cause they're brothers, right? So their creative process, the way they fucking bounced off each other, the Beast and Creep connection, like it was like you had to have been in there, bro, cause like it was like really what sharpened me to be, to eventually like up my game to my lyrics, like listening to Beast fucking just like he could fucking just off the top of his head just fit, right? Yeah. And then Jordan was just like so polished at his age, and he's younger than me, but like listening to them, I was like, damn, I cannot come out sounding like this. Right. Like I would be writing, and then they'd be like, I hear them in the corner rapping this shit to each other, and I'm like,
from whatever.
Okay, right. So so like them and James T. Yeah. Like when we got James T aboard, like everybody's like, yo, this dude's got that voice. This dude got a voice, right? And I'm like, yeah,
that's
dude, like,
exactly you and. I mean, everybody has that voice, but when you were playing that song earlier, I could tell which one was you.
Right.
But you have that distinctive voice where like Tupac has that voice. That's him.
Right.
You have it. James has it.
James also had a crazy way of writing his songs. Like when James would write his songs, like he would say shit like, he'd be like, boogie woogie with the butter cookie, and I'd be like, what did he say? Like, but then the rest of the song, he would just fucking kill it, and you're like, no. You know what I'm saying? Like, but, I mean, when we got James, I remember we stayed up one night just fucking, like, he came in, and I was like, look, we're about to drop this new album. I'm bringing you in the trust fund, but I need you to fucking produce some work.
Yeah.
He said, what are you doing tonight? Here in the studio writing, I'm sitting here and we wrote probably like 6-7 songs from like 8 at night to like 7, 8 in the morning. Oh, wow. And it was like just an intense session, and we're like just like writing, record, writing. And at the end, he's like, good enough.
Yeah,
motherfucker. Can I go to sleep now?
Yeah.
But listening to him and his work ethic, that shit drove me and pushed me just as hard. You know what I mean? Like, so, and that was just the artist, but like then you look at the squad, you had JJ Davis, James Davis, bro. That dude was like promoter extraordinaire, but he was also on your ass as far as like, he'd be like, that shit's whack. You know, and I'd be like, what? Because everybody's like, this is dope. And I'd be like, yeah. And he'd be like, bro, and I'd be like,
He'd be like, why do you gotta say that?
and that's all it took. Is one person be like, man, like that. Like,
Well, he just said, actually, you talking about James?
James T or
Yeah.
no.
What
Well, I
did
was
you-
talking about James.
yeah.
No, I was talking about JJ.
Oh, yeah, JJ.
Yeah.
Yeah, JJ, yeah. Well, we got Candace Mortisai watching.
Yep.
Adam Huffman says, what up? James says, them trust fund mixtape.
Yeah, boy.
And hey, what up, Blake? Blake Henry.
Oh, Bleak in the building. Bleak for OG
Man, I
too.
pushed the wrong way.
Yeah.
Bleak
Bleak
swap.
for OG.
Oh, it's right here. Then he said, oh, that's Cindy Colleen.
Oh,
Right,
yeah.
you said-
Mother-in-law.
And then you got, she says, great voice. And Brandon Reiner says, is that a Lions hat?
Yes,
Yep.
sir. There's a Lions there
All
right
right,
there.
let's zoom in on that.
Yeah,
We got to
boy,
throw the
yeah.
Lions in there. They're
There we
playing
go.
Monday night this week. Right.
Don't cry, baby.
So, hey, what up, Angelo? We got Angelo watching as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you get into the history of Trust Fund Records. It's, again, you had, you had music back in the day, but you guys made Holland. You used Holland as a background.
I'll use the
but
word. You. Okay. Now social media does everything.
exactly. But the way
Yeah,
you guys
yeah,
did it,
You got to
So-
work it.
So that's the crazy part. Like, it's matter of fact, let me say this too. Like, that's the crazy part as far as like back then till today, right? So like back then we'd have a show.
Mhm.
It'd be like, all right, we had literally had a street team. We had people that would just be around and we'd be like, yo, look, here's a stack of flyers, here's a stack of flyers, here's a stack of flyers, here's some tape. We need you to go out and put these everywhere. And they would go out, and they would be in every store, on every lamppost, on every corner street, people standing with signs. You know, I mean, one time we released the Michigan Massacre, and we promoted that with fucking big ass posters and shit. We literally got a call from the city that was like, yo, if you put another fucking poster up in this city that says Michigan Massacre, we are gonna have to make some legal action against you. And we're like, for what? You know, like, that album cover or the flyer that we use looks dangerous. It looks like it promotes violence.
yeah,
You know, like
yeah. I think
cease and desist is basically what we got.
Yeah,
But I mean, and that's guerrilla. When your fucking city calls you and they're like, please stop putting shit up.
yeah.
You're like, yo.
I remember
So-
that, actually.
So now everything is digital. Everything
Yeah.
is like, yo, like I got a flyer, I'm gonna put it online, or I'm gonna, post it here and there. Like, you rarely see people going handing out flyers to people or going and putting like,
Mhm.
when I see a flyer in the door at a store or something, I take time to stop and look at it because I'm like,
That's old.
someone legit came here and was like,
Mhm.
put that up, right? So back then we had a team.
Yeah.
So now I'm doing the show, right? So I go and I get these flyers. I go and I print these flyers up.
Mhm.
And I go to the store and I'm like, hey, do you mind if I hang this in your window? And they're like, for what? Oh, well, I'm doing a show. I'm promoting a concert we're doing here. And they're just like, some other people are like, hold on. Do people put pictures in our window? Are we allowed to let them do that? What? I'm like, I mean, you can just I can put it like off to the side, or do you have a bulletin board? Like, can I just put this here so people see it? Like before back then, everybody knew what it was. You're like, can I put this flyer? Like, oh yeah, put it over there with the 100 other ones on that window.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
you have to go over there and try to put it over whoever is in
Right.
So it's like, like I don't, and I don't know if kids or people nowadays like really go hand in hand and guerrilla market that shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
We didn't do it as much, but we should have.
Yeah.
like, I mean, like when you're in, and it's dope because like now it's just like right now, like I'm just dolo. I'm pulling up in the car, like, hey, can I hang it? Yep. Okay, boom. But back then it was the best promotion because
Mhm.
you're going and you're walking up to someone like, yo, what's how you doing, bro? You ever heard of me? No?
Yeah.
Check it out. Here's my
Well,
mix.
now you're gonna
Boom.
hear me.
Here, listen to me. This is what I do. Thank you for your support. Appreciate it. And then you have a fan.
And in a sense, I think that still is, honestly. If
It is the
if we
best
take the
one.
initiative,
Yeah.
take the initiative to do it.
And it's
Like, you're absolutely
And-
right.
and it's like because you like you hang a flyer up, someone sees it, and they're just like, oh, cool. Right? So I know that when I put a flyer up, people are going to see it, and some people are going to be like, oh shit, hip hop event? Where is it? Okay. And some people are going to be like, oh, hip hop event? Or some people are just looking and be like, who is that? Never heard of them, or, oh, okay. But when you go up to someone with a flyer, it's very personal. And then you have a chance to speak with them for a brief second, even if it's that brief second, and you can sell yourself to that person. You know, the chance of them coming to that show is, you know, you're way higher. And then also, if you're likable to them, they're like, oh, you know what? Okay, yeah. And then you see them there at the show, and you take that time to, oh, hey, what's up? Oh, hey, thank you for coming, bro. All right, cool. Now you got a good connection. You got a fan. You got a friend. You got someone that's gonna support. You know what I mean? So back then, that's how we did that shit. We were out there.
Oh yeah.
You know, and now,
I remember that.
like, I'm like, how old are you doing? Like, for one, I'm kind of tired driving around. You better sit back in the room, you know, drinking a beer, being like, share.
Follows.
But the old guy in me is like, nah, I'm going out there. I'm out there. I'm pounding the pavement. 'Cause that's just how I was built. You know, so like, yo, for the young cats out there doing this shit, bro, hand to hand is the way to go, bro. Like, you can catch people off guard, it's whatever, but like,
I believe that.
Whatever you're promoting, go out there and get to know the people you're trying to promote it to. You know what I'm saying?
You know, I actually had your Sky's the Limit CD.
Yeah.
I had that one, and I wish I still had it. I don't know what happened to it. I mean, do you guys have any copies? Do you guys? You have?
I have copies. I have all my stuff backed up digitally. I have my whole catalog backed up digitally, but I do have physical copies of it still. And my homeboy JJ has
nice wrapped up CD.
boxes. My homeboy JJ has boxes of our old CDs. I'm talking about, he has Michigan Massacre, he has Sky's the Limit, he has Hostile Invasion 1, he has Hostile Invasion 2.
If we can get a copy of those, I want to put them in here.
Yeah.
If we get permission.
Yeah, absolutely.
Put some in here. Because I'm going to say this. I mean, I had those in my car. In our CD thing back in the day. I remember driving to Kentucky listening to that stuff.
Nice.
And so it's like, I remember me and my brother Matt we were in a Burger King parking lot, or drive-thru, listening to it, just waiting for our food to come out. He's like, who's this? And I was like, this is Kingpin. Oh, okay, sounds pretty good. But it's like, you know, you stick with that type of music. You know, like I said, I got it digitally too. I still got some of your songs from, it's a bunch of different ones, but I think I got like 8 songs on my phone.
Yeah.
And it's because that was the only ones I could save. Which unfortunately I don't have any tie-dyes ones.
Oh, okay.
So I had that CD, but of course it got lost moving and all that stuff.
What? I'd say like a year or two ago, I have all the music, right? Like, I have physical copies of all of our albums just saved for myself or whatever. And then I went down to Arkansas when we first released our the First Gathering CD. Like, we had so many of them, but like, I was sending them down to Arkansas to my family, my cousins, to my aunts and uncles, so they could listen to like a lot of whatever. And then we had went down to Arkansas, and you know, unfortunately, my aunt had passed, and so we went down there for the funeral, and I was gifted back original copies of my first album. Like, and I didn't have that no more. Like, that was the one I was like, I don't have none of that. So I was gifted one that was already open, and then I was gifted one that was sealed shut.
Oh, okay.
And
That's
so
cool.
that I was like, I mean, and I hadn't seen that CD. I mean, that shit was released in like 98, 99, and I hadn't seen it since like 2000.
I want to jump in here. Can I jump in here?
Yeah.
I'm going to jump in here. Remember when we came back from Kentucky? I was bringing you back.
Yes.
So we were jamming out. You're like, dude, I ain't heard that. It was Hammer. Big Hammer.
Big Hammer. Big Hammer. That big, you know, funny story about Big Hammer. Big Hammers is actually a song that I did with my homeboy who we used to go, when he first started, he was Payaso. And then he recorded Big Hammers with me. But now everybody knows him as Doomsday. It's fucking Eric Perales.
Yes.
MMA. So shout out to Eric Perales. Yeah, bro, like
Frankie Fries is watching.
Yeah, that was one hell of a ride back though.
Yeah, that shit was dope.
We had a good time on the way back.
Marky,
I was like, oh, you got big hammers.
Yeah, because you know what? I don't even know why we were. Oh, we were going to go see Mondo in Jordan.
Yes. Yeah.
So I mean, at the time I was married. So at the time we're having fun, but something happened that the girls were drove in one vehicle, and we were like, no. I'll drive. You come with me. But then I started jabbing out, and you're like,
yeah.
Like, where the hell you get this from? I heard this shit in a minute.
Yeah.
And did you steal that from somebody?
No, actually, I still have it.
Dude.
It's on a, what do you call it? The
Flash drive?
Flash
speaker?
And it's the Sheldon flash drive.
I think Big Hammers was released on the Takeoff. Mixtape I did with DJ Lil Mario out of Texas.
Yes.
I recorded that whole album, most of it while I was in Kentucky. And yeah, but I wanted to make sure I put Eric out on there, and plus that song was just dope. But yeah, shout out to Eric. Yeah, every time I see him,
it's like
I mean, it was like that gritty ass fucking you just like you don't want to fuck with me type of vibe. You know what I mean?
Right.
But back then, fucking Eric, bro, he was on that shit, bro. He fucking killed it.
Cool.
Hey, I don't want to interrupt, but I gotta get back to DJing. I got 2001 DJing, some Mexico stuff.
I only said hello. I don't know what you said. Hey, tell them hi. We said hi.
So I got a question too. It's like, how do you? I mean, after all these years being, sitting back, and not active, with this show popping up, how you feeling about that, man? It's gotta be exciting, and in fact,
Well, okay, so
are your old lights turning on, and as you're getting closer to this, and
yeah, I mean, it's funny because so prior to this event, the last event that I performed at was a charity project called Project Cypher, and that was a dope ass event, right? And that was a call out of the blue. So I started, everybody knows I collect toys and comics and shit, right?
And we'll get to that here.
So I was asked to be on that one as a guest, and I would buy toys, and I had toy collecting friends all over the country, and they would send me toys.
Mm-hmm.
And Project Cypher would take a child that was in that community, unfortunate. Shout out to Ryan Evans. He's the one that put it all together. High Tide, amazing dude. He's brilliant artist. He's and Mr. Joe Walker, who it finishes the story off. It's funny, but so they asked me just to be a toy. Like I would go there and I would donate these toys to these these kids in the community that had some of them had medical conditions or their families were very couldn't just down on their luck. And it was such a great event. I couldn't say no. And I was always just the guy that brought toys.
Yeah.
And then one year Joe Walker's like, "We want you to perform." And I was like, "No." And he's like, "Come on." I was like, "No. I haven't performed in so many years." And he was like, he finally talked me into it, right?
Yeah.
He was like, "Come on, bro. It can't be that hard." So I did. And it was, and just like how that's when my lights were like, are people going to remember me? Are they can I still do this? Am I going to, do I remember these songs? What do I perform? I used to have all these questions would go through your head. Like, I used to have people on stage with me. I don't have a hype man. I don't have this, blah, blah, blah. So that time, I was like, man, I was very nervous. I was like, oh, I don't know what I'm going to do. And it took me a little while. After I agreed to it, the thing set in like, you said yes, you fucking idiot. And then as you start doing the promotions and going through it, I'm picking my songs and I'm like, all right, this is what I'm doing. And it was weird because I get up there and walking up the stage, I'm like, oh, okay, here we go. It's really happening. And then all of a sudden they're like, hey, coming to the stage, Kingpin. I'm like, oh shit. And then they're like, here you go. And then I walk on stage and all of a sudden it's just like, huh? Who the fuck's ready to get down? No, everybody put your fucking hands in the air. And it just happens. And you go. And then I get done and I come off. And I'm like, oh, that shit was fun. That was the drug that I had chased my whole, that was the reason I did that. So when I got this call, same guy, Joe Walker. I wake up last Sunday and I get this phone call. I get this message like, "What's up, Kingpin?" And I'm like, "Oh, it's Joe."
Yeah.
And then I'm like, he's like,
That's
"Yo,
crazy.
what's up? Coming to your city. We need you to perform." Boy, I'm like, yeah. For a split second, I was like, "Oh." You know, like I was like, "Ooh."
Yeah, should I?
And everything kind of like, and like it was literally just like yes,
Yeah.
yes. You know, I'm like, all right, but I was like, told him like, hey, you sure there's nobody else that wants the opportunity? That I don't mind, but but yeah. So right now, at this stage, no, there's no nerves. It's excitement, and it's like, cause like
you can't be. It's gotta be exciting. Get ready.
yeah,
because
yes, exactly that, and
you don't
think about it. I appreciate that, but like what it boils down to, bro, is like I love music. I've always loved music. It's what I wanted to do with my life, and it's like I have a like my catalog of music is fucking huge, right?
Mm-hmm.
But why? What's the point of having a catalog of music if you don't ever perform it? If you don't, like, you know what I mean? So that sits with me. That sits in my heart. That sits in the back of my mind.
Right.
So when people say, "Do you want to perform now?" Like before, like when he asked me the first time, yeah, I was like, "Oh," because I literally was inactive. Like, no, and he's like, "But it's for a good cause." I'm like,
Caught you off guard there for a minute.
a little bit, but now it's more of a like, do I, like I trusted myself. Do I know what I'm capable of? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Do I believe in myself? Yes. And and it's just like that scene from Rocky when he's talking to Paulie in the last movie, and he's like, "You okay, Rocky?" He's like, "I got stuffed in the basement." You know what I mean? He's like, "Oh yeah." And it's always like that.
Hey, and Bomber's like, "Hey, what's up, Rocco? With the stuff in the basement?"
Hey,
I see that. You know what I'm saying?
But Bomber has always been unwavering as far as like, why wouldn't you, bro? Like you're fucking, he'll be the one to tell me you're fucking Kingpin.
Yeah.
Don't you fucking forget it, and that shit sticks with you. But like, my love for music will never falter, will never wave.
Yeah.
Sometimes I might be like I get uninspired, or I just get busy with life.
Yeah.
But now I'm at a point where it's like,
Kids are grown.
my kids are grown, But also another thing is like my kids now are what age to come and see me perform for the first time.
Exactly.
All babies are like 21 up, whatever.
Yep.
My kids are old. My kids are 21 and up.
Mm-hmm.
So that's an exciting part for me to be able to like growing up. Anissa's heard this so many times. Oh, that's what I used to do, or whatever. And then all of a sudden it's weird. All of a sudden one day she's like, "So my friends found your music on Spotify. You have the blue star next to it. You're verified." So they're like, "What the fuck? That's your dad?" And
then it makes you think, "Oh my God, I am good."
Yeah, you know what I mean. But like, for anybody, like when people are like, "Do you think you're too old?" or "How old?" Whatever. It's like none of that shit matters. If you do music right, your music is timeless. It's not stamped.
Yeah.
And at any given opportunity that you have to show your music, do it.
Yep.
It's therapeutic. Do it for yourself. Do it for, anybody out there who might need to hear it.
Yeah, we're talking outside here, man. When you talk about you went up on the basement door, still do it.
Yeah.
No, I'm like, I mean, you're gonna keep on your back pocket either way.
Yeah, before we started filming, I was telling Ben, like, I think the last time I actually recorded a song was a little less than 2 years ago. I had my shit set up in the basement, and I would do it. I have what they call, what is that character from fucking Finding Nemo, Dory? Where, like, they forget quick. So it's like, when it comes to recording music, it's like, every time I have to relearn it. I have to be like, what's Pro Tools work?
Exactly.
And then I have to teach myself how to wire everything up. And it's just a process. But once I do it and dedicate myself to it, then I'm all right.
Right.
But at this time, at this age, I ain't gonna lie, I should probably just fucking be like, bite the bullet and be like, just gotta record the studio so I can just show up and spit it. But I'm also very private, like when
Yeah.
creating it.
Yeah.
Like I go over it a lot. I'll fucking write the song, I'll record the song, play it back, and like,
Mm-hmm.
and redo it again. So yeah, when and all that shit, brings it all back. So like doing this show is exciting for me. I look forward to it, and then the caliber of MCs that I'm gonna be on sharing the stage with.
Go ahead and put that
is
picture up real
insane.
quick.
You know what I mean? Like
There it
Stick
is.
Man,
Yeah.
Sonny Ski, Quad, DJ 7-8, DJ Sanook. Shit, dude. That's a roster. That's a heavyweight roster. Like 6-Man been putting in work. I was on the same bill as 6-Man for one of the Project Cyphers.
Okay.
Man. And but this man, he's from Grand Rapids, puts in so much work, bro. Like if you look at his music videos, the quality of it, like he does his damn thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, the dude is international. The dude is coming. This tour is literally landing off of his whole national tour.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
Like I think this might be his last show on this national tour.
Mm-hmm.
Then you got Sonny Ski, who it's funny because like I don't know Sonny Ski personally. I've not yet met Sonny Ski, but I've heard of Sonny Ski.
Yeah.
I've heard of Sonny Ski through just like Facebook and Instagram and like I follow Ruben Martinez from Guerrilla Music and like Huff the Goat and and AJ Stacks out of Grand Rapids, and he always puts on this thing called Rap for a Stack.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I've seen that.
and then like in Guerrilla Music did a big event where it was like a contest, and Sonny Ski he came out on top, bro. He won that shit. He got himself first place.
Yeah.
He's out there killing it.
Yeah.
And Quaj, not gonna lie, I've never met the man, but I've looked his music up and listened to his music online, and I'm honestly like I was like, damn, that shit is dope. Like I'm a fan of that. Like I love his vibe.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's international as well.
Yeah.
So and 6-Man, he picked these people to be on his thing, and so Joe Walker initially was the one that asked me, on behalf of 6-Man, and then 6-Man actually called me and we spoke, and locked it in, and I always have to do my due diligence. I have to do my research. So looking up these artists, and I'm like, yo. So to be honest with you, to accept the invitation and be like, do you want to do the gig? Yeah, hell yeah, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
And then I go and I look up the artists that are on the bill with me, and then I'm like, shit. Yeah, like man, these dudes are fucking dope. Like, like I'm listening to the music, like these guys are gonna kill it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so is it fair to ask you from and not veering away from the show? You got any new projects?
to be honest with you, I do not. I have like I ain't been active, bro. So I can't, like that's the thing, to save face, some people will be like, yeah, I got this going on. Me, I took this show because I love music and I still love to perform it, and it's like to myself to be like,
Sure.
Can you do it? Yeah, you can do it. Yeah. But do I have anything like immediately coming out? No. Am I influenced by people that I see? Yes. Like Marcus Solis, bro.
Yeah.
Bro is fucking killing it, dude. Like consistency is key.
Yes.
I don't care. You could be the dopest MC, and I know this from experience. You could be a bad motherfucker. You could be spitting all the bars in the world, but if you only drop a track once here, once there, and then you're gone for a month or 2 or 5 or 6, and you don't follow up, it's a fall off. And you got someone like Marcus who drops a fucking visual, who drops fucking audio, who fucking, will do a show, who fucking, he puts his money where his mouth is, and then his product is fucking dope. You know what I'm saying? And then, it's, like, this is the thing I want to say. Me, I'm an old head, right? And I, like, who you're friends with on Facebook or whatever, when people share, that's how I hear. That's how I see other things. You know, like I don't know. I can't come here and be like, oh yeah, I know every single new rapper in Holland. I don't. But if someone shares a song and they're like, yo, check out somebody from Holland, I'll listen to it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, for the most part, I've heard everything that I've heard. I'm like, yo, I fucks with that.
Yeah.
And some people are like, oh, I don't know, it's this and that, maybe whatever. Some people will say whatever they want. Everybody got criticism about everybody. For someone who makes music, I know what that, like as an artist, I know what it takes to make a song. No matter how simple, how hard it is, it's still a dedicated thing that you're doing. You gotta be hyper focused. You gotta have creativity.
Exactly.
Right? So I understand that. Yeah. And then the courage to put what you want out. You know, and I don't know if these new cats think about that. They might not. They might just fucking be like, whatever, I'll do my shit and I put it out.
Yeah.
But as an artist, you know, that's what I think about. I look at it and I'm like,
you got a lot of people when you work at things like that. Speaking, you know, in general with people we've been working with, that seem to drive the ability to put new visual, put new content up, put new stuff out at once. Not just like you said, let's just do this one time or just a couple times out of the year.
Yeah.
No.
And it's like, I don't want to mess people's names up and sound like there's no disrespect whatsoever. I'm trying to big up you.
Yeah.
Like Frisco Sinatra.
Yeah.
That's a cat from Holland that I've heard his music.
Yeah.
And like, you know, I'm like, yo, the dude's putting out visuals. You know what I'm saying? And he's doing it on a consistent basis.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There was another song that I heard, Diego.
Yeah.
Bro, like, and that's just because somebody shared it, right?
Yeah.
And they're like, yo, he's from town. And I'm listening to it and I'm just like, bro, like, okay. You know what I'm saying? And forgive me, there was another cat. He performed at the Park Theater. He has a video, like Leroy or Lefray. I'm sorry, bro. I don't know his name. It's just because somebody shared it and I heard the song and I was like, that shit's fucking dope. The dude spits pretty quick.
Yeah.
He's got long hair. Again,
Afraid?
Thanks.
Afraid?
Is he performed at the Butternut?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, is that what it was? Yeah, I knew it was like Lefray or something like that. But like I heard that song and I was like, yo, motherfucker be spitting. You know, like I ain't got nothing but admiration for all this up and coming artists.
Right.
And I don't want nobody to think that I'm some old head that's like, they don't do the lyrics or they don't do this and that. Like, yo, like if you're trying to push yourself out there, bro, do it. You know what I'm saying? And my advice to these guys is do it and be humble about it, bro. Like don't hold a grudge or a chip on the shoulder or think that, you know, always think that the other guy's competition, but it can always be friendly competition. Like you ain't got to shit on each other. You guys, you want to shit on each other? Do it on a track. Do it on a track. You know, see who's better.
Yeah, exactly. Make music out of it.
You know?
And see, that's how you always say it because, and we say this all the time. There's room for everybody.
There is room for everybody,
So,
and it's power in numbers. Like if you do it together, you can do it. You know what I'm saying? You can, if everybody, I'm not saying you have to have the common goal because at the end, your goal is to do for you.
Yeah, exactly.
But it never hurts to have, you know, to owe somebody a favor, to have a favor on your end, or to help promote someone. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Because that's, you know, a lot of cats. If you look at all the places that blew up together, it's because they set differences aside and they were just like, yo, you know, like they share their music, they push each other. They're like, yo, he's from our town. I mean, if you have a real beef with the person,
that's a different story. Yeah,
that's to understand. But if you don't naturally have a beef with that person, if you're only mad because they got more views or likes or whatever than you, that's petty.
Yeah.
And you should, those could be your views if you connected with that individual. If you took time to say, oh, we should get on a track.
Exactly.
Those could be your views. And your views could be his views.
Yep. All right, let's get a couple more questions or topics. I guess questions, however you want. Okay. Let's hear what your difference between Kingpin the rapper between Steve, your personal life, or your personal views.
Well, okay, so Kingpin, is more like, I mean, you know, like, okay, so back then, because I would have to put it into like, you know, there was a mode, there was a Kingpin and there was a Steve.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I would go home and your mom ain't gonna call you Kingpin.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Your daughter ain't gonna be like, Kingpin, I need a diaper change. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Exactly.
So I would say, Kingpin is very focused on what he needs to do as far as his music goes. Image conscious.
Yeah.
I'm very conscious about the music I make, what I put out, what I did put out, what I did do. And then Steve is toy collector, comic book reader.
Mm-hmm.
Like everybody has this image like Kingpin, you're fucking, like, ooh, Kingpin.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Don't talk to him.
Yeah. So from 9 to 5, what are you doing? You selling the dope or somebody in your basement kidnapped?
Yeah.
And then there's Steve.
Yeah.
And they're like,
You're next.
and then you got Steve. Fucking fucking household guy
Sure.
who loves to just literally just be home and fucking sit at home and hang out with Biddy, my fucking cat. Makes these movie art. Just like fucking I get excited when I get a goddamn power washer.
Exactly.
Fucking power washer on that T number 20.
I would love that.
So it's night and day. It's just like right before you hit the stage. You're walking up to the stairs. It's Steve.
Yeah.
And then and then they're like, and go. And then, it's just like, like right here. I'm Steve.
Yeah.
Kingpin in the motherfucking building. What you gonna do about it? Type of shit. You know what I'm saying? But that's everybody.
Exactly.
There's a Bomber. There's a Chris.
Yep.
There's a fucking James T. And there's fucking Mija.
Yeah.
James Thomas. There's fucking, there's fucking,
There's JT.
there's Creep. There's Creep.
Yeah, I know.
And then there's Jordan.
Yep.
But, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, you just, some people get lost in the sauce, bro. I've seen people get lost in the sauce where they can't separate the
personal.
the personal from
Mm-hmm.
who you are. Everybody should know that when you go on stage. Like, that's the other thing. When people get caught up in shit like, he don't live the shit he talks about.
Yeah. Exactly.
They're like, did I kill 150 fucking people? No. Fucking. Did I,
Right.
what the fuck?
Yeah.
But
Exactly.
do you know what it took? Do you know what it took to tell you how to kill a person in 16 bars in the most creative way I could tell you?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Exactly.
there was this interview that I watched with Notorious B.I.G., right?
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, people are always questioning how real you are and whatever. And this is something that stuck with me.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, bro, he's like, a lot of the shit that I rap about, did I do? Oh. He's like, but you know what? I would be sitting in a room, and I'd sit in a room full of real motherfuckers. Killers, drug dealers, businessmen, right?
Yeah.
He's like, and they're sitting over here, and I can hear him talking about, yeah, so this dude owed me fucking $200,000. I had to go into the fucking house, and I had to smack his kids up. I had to fucking do this with this and do that, da da da.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, and I can hear it. He's like, but my job was to translate that into a song. So, what's beef? Beef is when you're going to do it. He's like, these songs that I wrote, it might not be me directly, but I guarantee you it's words or it's something story from somebody that I knew.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Exactly.
creativity, bro. When you go out there and when we write songs, when I write songs, some of it, a majority of it is experience. It's shit that I said, shit that I did, shit that I went through, fucking, did I get locked up for things? Did I do this and that? Yeah. Okay. But also, I'm sitting in a room and I'm surrounded by real kids. I'm surrounded by people who've done a lot of other shit. And you would be an idiot if you're a creative person to not hear these things and take it and keep it internal and think to yourself like, yeah, that's crazy.
Use it to your advantage.
How can I word that? You know what I'm saying? And I challenge any motherfucker out there that's claiming that they're selling 2,000 bricks and fucking killing motherfuckers and whatever. Now, for people that are like, yo, if you step up on my block, in your mouth, I'm a pop, right? Okay, anybody can, like, that could be me. If me and you really got beef and you step onto my block and you really press me, like, everybody has a limit.
Yeah.
If I'm in jeopardy, would I fucking have to murder somebody? You know, like, you can't put it past somebody.
Right.
So,
Exactly.
I have a couple things. One, I love your work. Love it. Love it.
We
Love
all
your
do.
family. The Segovias are phenomenal.
Yes.
So,
Hi, Sylvia. I work with her.
shut up. I'm sorry. Anyway, secondly, Tupac was in Juilliard Arts.
Yeah.
Ice Cube has a degree.
Mhm.
Dre also had a bachelor's and a degree.
Not a doctor.
Single Bling has a degree.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So, what they rap about,
Waka Flocka has a fucking
yes,
degree.
but because this is what the record company wants them to rap about. It
Yeah.
doesn't mean they live that lifestyle.
And it's not necessarily what the record company wants. It's, like I said, it's what they see. It's what they did see. It's like,
I don't know. Pac was
they,
pretty much.
yeah. I mean, but no matter what, your influence, you
No,
have to draw in what you're around, who you're
Exactly.
around, what you've experienced, and you'd be a fool to be like, I killed somebody on April 6th. That you know, like, if you're that fucking dumb, then
Right.
Yeah.
whatever. If you want to be that real, whatever. You know
It
what I
was
mean?
12 o'clock.
And I'm not saying this disrespectful way or nothing. And it goes back to.
Oh,
See,
nah, but you know, I mean,
but you get what I'm saying though?
yeah, I mean, but like,
They literally, like,
They got
yeah.
I love.
What I'm saying, it's like, so, you know, but, you know, like, you know, creativity, but don't take away the authenticity
Yeah.
from, you don't know what the person grew up around, who they grew up around, what they
Yeah.
actually did, what they didn't do. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? You know, just because you come from, like, I learned a long time ago, you might come from motherfucking Zealand.
Exactly.
It don't mean that you won't fucking break a motherfucker's head off.
Right. Or Borculo.
You know, you can come from anywhere. It's in, that's it's in anybody. But like it's us as artists.
Yeah.
That's our job to say it, to put it out there. You know, just like look at the dudes in Mexico that do the corridos.
Yeah.
The fucking cartel guys come to them, and the guys that come to the cartels will be like, I want something about me. Here's a stack of cash. This is what I killed. But you say it, and just say allegedly, and these dudes fucking will make a corrido about them,
Millions of dollars.
and they make all kinds of money. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like, you know, but also, that's all, you know, so like when it comes down to shit like that, bro, that's, you know,
Yep. Exactly.
creativity is key. Can you be witty? Can you work in a way that it makes sense? And, you know, like I learned a long time ago, like, I never personally question people's authenticity. It's become a big thing amongst people to, you know, like, he ain't real. He ain't do that. I didn't get in the game to be real. I got in the game to make music.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
See, that's definitely the way I looked at it too. Was like, you know, you had, and you still do, are an influence to other people. Even though there's people probably out there that you influenced them, but they haven't said it yet. You know, but it's like, and they may never say it, but one day you will hear it,
And that's fine. I don't need to hear it, and they don't need to say it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm comfortable that, you know, like, it took a while, but, you know, it comes to a point where you just kind of sit back and you say, hey, you know what? I'm comfortable with what I've done. Like, you know, like, someone asked me one time, like, hey, are you happy with what you've done? Are you happy with, you know, the outcome? And I would have to say, like, I've lived, for being from Holland, Michigan, I have lived a full, extraordinarily crazy life. I've seen a lot of things that a lot of people want to see, wish to see, haven't seen.
For one, I've never been to New York.
I mean, you know, aside from the traveling, you know, like the people you get to meet, the just, you know, like everything you take in, man. You know, like I could say that I've, you know, like I'm blessed to have done these things. I don't take them for granted. You know, as a young kid, you know, you're just like, oh, I'm fucking here. Who the fuck's been here, bro? Yeah. And as an older cat, I'm like, you saw that.
Exactly.
That's crazy. You know, like
it's like I did that. I actually.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So So, you know, at one
You
point,
could literally say you've been there, done that.
you know, yeah. But at one point, I might have craved it to be like, you know, like somebody say that I influenced them. But as you get to a point, you're just like, I know I did.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, and even and it's fucked up part is some people might not even know that. You know, they truly like no, you didn't, and just not know it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But it's one way or the other.
Yeah, I
But
mean,
to me, to be honest with you, now there's no like I don't. Like me, I grew up in a generation where you give your flowers to the people that came before you. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like for me, it'd always be UGA, Underground Arsons, Sean Young, Sean Nice,
oh yeah,
and you know, and Teddy Rexman. You know,
oh
like
yeah,
rest in peace. I remember, you know, hearing a cassette tape with these two and being like, these guys are rapping from Holland, Michigan. Like,
yeah,
who the fuck is this? And just rewinding the tape.
yeah.
You know, and be like,
They're talking about Holland.
somebody is from here and they're doing this. I can do this, you know? And then, you know, eventually doing it. And then being able to look back and say, you know, Danny Salas, Sean Young, fucking paved the way. Thank you.
They did. And I actually remember watching a video of theirs that they were filming, or it was filmed over by that party store right there in Chicago Drive.
Yeah.
I
On the Y, by the park, park plant or whatever. Yeah.
And I was watching it, and I was like, at first I didn't catch what it was. And I'm watching it, and I'm like, oh shit. Oh, wait a minute.
And Sean, by the way, is very active. Sean Young is very active.
Yeah,
You know
I see him on Facebook.
like, yeah, like if you get a chance, check out his music. He's still dropping heat. He's still dropping shit.
Let's get with what are we at? We'll go for another 5-10 minutes. So I've seen your toy collection, you know, and I want to know what got you into that.
I've always been in.
Obviously,
like,
we all grew up in those.
Like I drop pictures on Facebook. Like I was in my family. I was always known for collect like He-Man. Like, my mom and dad would tell me like they would literally go. I think our cousins worked as stockers at Myers back in the day when I was just a little kid, and my mom would have my cousins set aside all the newest Masters of the Universe He-Man collections, and then they would go and pick them up for me, and I had like every He-Man toy, everything, and everybody knew like that was my jam, right? And like I was He-Man. Like I got pictures that I posted online where I'm like fucking probably 5-6 years old, and I'm wearing the old ass costume where it's like where you put the mask on with the little where you put the plastic bag over you, it's the body of He-Man with the sword and shit.
I remember that.
I'd like, you know, Saturday morning cartoons. Like I've always been. That's why my YouTube name became Big Kid Kingpin, because I just always was a big kid. Like I loved He-Man. I loved Turtles, Transformers, fucking G.I. Joes. But like my big thing as I got older was comics. When I was a kid, I used to ride my bike to fucking Blue Chip Comics. I don't know if people even remember what that is. Blue Chip's over here on Butternut, where the Family Fair here on the north side is. And,
yes, I remember that.
I'd ride my fucking bike down there and pick up all the newest joints, the newest comics and shit. And, you know, toys. I just always loved toys. You know what I'm saying? So, but as I got older, it kind of fell to the wayside and then doing music. But it would be funny because we'd be on tour. We'd be like in New York or in Florida, and you know, we'd be going to the clubs, bars. But then, you know, we'd stop in somewhere to grab some food at a grocery store or like a Walmart or something, and go down the toy aisle. And now, you know, I'd be like, oh shit, look at that. You know? But I didn't buy them. But like, then after I got, you know, after music was done and shit, like I would go down the toy aisle, and one day I was like, this is a fucking dope ass Batman toy. You know, and I was like, I'll buy it. And then I took it home, opened it, posed it, put it on my shelf. I should get like a Joker to go with it. You know, and then go and buy a Joker to go with it, and then I'd be, you know, next thing you know, I'm in the fucking toy aisle all over again like I was a little kid. You know, and then my mom was like, you know, I still got your He-Man toys. It's like, what? And then, you know, I got a whole fucking bag. I got Castle Grayskull, Snake Mountain. I got all my fucking toys from when I was a little kid. Now they're in my house to this day, mounted up, posted up. You see my toy collection, bro? Like my whole fucking dining room.
Exactly. I know. When I went in there, I was like, I wasn't expecting that. And I'm walking through, and I was like, oh shit, there are like You're almost like, I'm gonna see if they're stuck in that closet.
But yeah.
You know, it's like because when you were doing the YouTube show, I had my son watching, and he was into that too, and he was into your show. Like we were like, oh, let's see what else he has. Let's see what else he found. And so when I told him you were on the show tonight, you remember Kingpin, the one that was doing the toys and stuff? He's like, yeah, he's the one on the show. He's like, serious? Like, yeah. He's like, oh, that is cool.
And it's funny,
Yeah.
'cause, like, for a while, my YouTube channel grew.
Yeah.
Like, I did a YouTube channel of toy hunting. Like, I would go to all the stores. I would travel out of town. I would go and I would just, like, film myself hunting toys and shit. And it got to a point where, like, a couple times I would be in, like, Walmart. And I'd have my camera and I'd be like, oh, shit, look at this, the new Marvel Legends. Excuse me, whatever. And then someone would be like, oh shit, Big Kid Kingpin. And I was like, huh? And I turn around and like, oh, bro, did you get the new this? And I was like, oh shit, you know, and I was like, yo, my hip.
Ruin your video.
No. And I'd be like, yo, that's crazy. Like, my YouTube video blew up. Like, I started getting, like, I would go to Comic Cons and shit, and people would be like, oh, Big Kid Kingpin. And then I started, you know, me and my brother Rudy Vela, we started Not Your Average Nerds with his brother Juan and Juan Pedro and Bill Chino Ambo. Shout out to them. Those are my guys right there, for real. Joe Wagner. And we started the podcast Not Your Average Nerds, and then that fucking just boom, you know, like they'd be like, oh my god, it's Not Your Average Nerds. And we get invited to Comic Cons and we'd be guests on guest panels and shit. And, you know, just like my love for toys and shit, it's just like it keeps you young. And you know, like, I'm a fan. Everybody knows that. There's not a fucking comic book movie that I haven't seen in the theater. Like,
dude, every time I see your posts, it always has to do with stuff like that.
Yeah.
And okay, so let's quickly. Did you see the new Beetlejuice shit?
I did not. Well, you know, and it's only because it was during a birthday weekend, and we were when it came out, and we were. It was during my wife's birthday weekend, and we were like, we wanted to go see it and take my mother-in-law and the kids to go see it, and then just like.
Never happened.
It's been busy. We haven't gotten the chance to do it, you know. But yeah, we still do want to see it. It's not that we didn't want to see it. Like, but
I want
like,
to see it too.
Like I'm like to be honest with you, like we see every movie that movie comes out on a Friday officially, but we always go and see it on the Thursday the night before. Yeah. And this Thursday, the night of the show on October 3rd, we're supposed to go see the new Joker movie.
Oh yeah.
But we can't, obviously, but it's worth it that. But yeah, you know, I'm like, shit. Because everybody knows, like, you know, like my favorite villains of all time are going to be the Joker, Doomsday, and Darkseid.
Yep. And, it's the Joker with Joaquin
Phoenix and Lady Gaga.
Lady Gaga, that was it. You know, it's crazy to think that because I honestly thought, who was the one that just played Joker in the one before this one?
Jared Leto.
Is that who it was? Oh yeah, okay. Because I was thinking it was gonna be him again. But Jane, your wife, you guys are married, right?
Yeah, Jamie.
Yeah. He says we live in a toy museum. And then James Thomas. Oh, you know what? Yeah, let's do that real quick. Let's put that back on because he's talking about next week. Next week, we got the Midwest Mayhem 2 tour, October 3rd at Park Theater, featuring six-man. We got Quaj,
and Stunny Ski, and DJ Snook, and DJ 7-8.
7-8. So, and then obviously we got, they said, special guest Kingpin plus Snoop. And it starts at 8 o'clock, Park Theater. So $20.
$20 in advance.
In advance, yep.
$25 at the door. So, yes. The reason for the season, my friends, is I am coming back to perform in Holland. I'm excited to bring y'all a good show. I think I put together a hell of a set list. You know, doors open at 8. Show starts at 9. I'll be on. I'm the opener. And yeah, like I was saying, you got a fucking amazing night of hip hop. 6-man. You know, shout out 6-man. Thank you for having me. You know what I mean? Like, it's much appreciated. You're going to have international artist Quaj. I know, like from just the music that I've heard of him, he's gonna bring the set. He's gonna bring it. Sunny Ski out of Grand Rapids. Like look him up. All I can say is, please just take a second to look them up and listen to them. It'll make you want to go. Like these are phenomenal artists.
It looks like it's gonna be a good
It's
show.
gonna be a hell of a show.
Yeah.
Midwest Wayham Tour. Starting, like I said, doors open at 8. Show starts at 9. $20 in advance. $25 at the door. October 3rd at the legendary Park Theater, the #1 venue in Holland, Michigan, for all your music needs.
Mm-hmm.
And also, let me throw this in there for them. This whole weekend, from Friday till Sunday, is Parktoberfest.
Mm-hmm.
And it's very important to them because everything that they make from the door to the sales and everything is donated to the Park Theater. So to help keep the doors open, the lights on, these incredible shows keep coming. If you got time to stop by and enjoy a show, I mean, it's $10 just to get in each day, and you get like a whole bunch of great music acts coming on, and then you can pay a little extra, get some raffle tickets, win some great prizes.
That's cool.
Shout out Brandon Blake, Chad Elhart, Juan Guerra. These dudes, and Jared Riesinga, these guys work their ass off to bring these shows and make a venue and a safe space for artists to just express themselves. And that's a great thing, man. Shout out Park Theater and everybody, the entire staff, everybody from just the people at the door and the tickets to the people that serve you your food and drinks to people that run behind the scenes. Like Holland, Michigan, do your part. And if you can't make it and you have it in you, donate to keep those lights on, man. Like it's amazing venue. They do open mic every Tuesday, and sometimes they do open mic for kids, which is pretty phenomenal.
Yep.
You can take your kids there and help them develop their talent. It helps from everything, from the development of the creativity and making the music to conquering stage fright.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Big
It's a big thing.
need to do.
So, shout out Park Theater. But yes, October 3rd, Thursday, next week, Kingpin in the building with DJ Sanook. He's on the road to retirement, my man. He actually, DJ Sanook was my tour DJ. I went on tour with Sanook a couple times. He's very seasoned in this game. DJ Sanook is, he's a freaking entrepreneur from top to bottom, bro. Like, DJ, graphic designer, clothing maker, freaking dude fucking does everything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A dear friend of mine, we've known each other for many, many years. And I wouldn't want to be up there on stage with anybody else other than DJ Sanook. He's always had my back, and I'll always have his. And HHMG, Hustle Hard Music Group.
Did you say you had a thing that Bomber wanted to do?
Yeah, actually, while we're in here, we still got a little bit of time, right? We're not going to cut off right away. So, sorry, I should have did this earlier. If there's anybody still in the chats, anybody active that wasn't on these goddamn CDs, if you can name one of our mixtapes, sponsored by, not sponsored by, but this giveaway is sponsored by Pure West, by Bomber, the Farmer, my dog, my OG. If you can name one of our mixtapes, if you're the first to do it, we will gift you a red box from Pure West.
Yes.
Be the first on there. We can see clearly you're the first, and that red box consists of a top tier bag of the finest.
Oh.
You know what Pure West does.
Wait,
say it.
yeah,
you know
we
what
don't.
we're known for.
We know. We know who we are. And that's a good deal. So anybody that wants to get on,
Be the first. Be the first. Jump in there. Be the
I was
first.
gonna say anybody that, because there's Jimmy Sock's on.
Jimmy Sock, amazing
Jimmy-
show from Holland. Another shout out to a great, talented motherfucker from Holland.
Jimmy
Love
Sock.
Jimmy.
He still needs to get on the show. I've been waiting because he says tell Noodles that Sock and Balls.
Yeah, boy. When we were young, we worked together at Noodles and Company. And he was young. Jimmy was young. He couldn't even work on the fryers or something because you got to be this age to do that. But me and my brother Speed, we worked there together with him and him and Dan Channon, who would call him Second Balls. Jimmy Sock, bro, amazing show. I'm so happy for what he's done with himself as far as culinary wise.
Yeah, he's good.
Fucking genius when it comes to that. So shout out Jimmy. But
Uh,
also,
Moses Marquez says, "I know one, but I'm gonna let someone else win." Why?
Moses Marquez, because he is DJ
Oh.
busting out himself.
Oh,
That
never mind.
man right there is OG.
Okay.
That is I recorded my very first fucking song at his house in his mom's basement
Oh,
on his
yeah,
turntable
you're
and
not
his
at
microphone.
Yeah.
Bro, we skipped school to record. Yeah, to record that
Hey,
song,
look where we're at.
and it became classic.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? It was a diss track, but it
That's
and
funny.
but it became classic. We fucking we recorded it, and then we had to fucking sit there. You had the boom boxes that had dual cassette things.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Play the song in one and record it on the
yeah,
other. We had to sit there with fucking cassettes and do that, and then
Man, you guys were
he's
definitely
always been a genius with it, but he was like, he printed up the fucking cassette inserts
Oh, yeah.
and slid them in there. Said, DJ busting out in Bashmore, and we fucking pushed him up. And we fucking
That's
went out
cool.
there, bro. Yeah, it was fucking
Damn, that's awesome.
salute.
That is definitely freaking
Salute
awesome.
Moses Marquez, OG in this
Yeah.
game. People don't even realize it, but that's DJ busting out.
All right, let's put that out there one more time. If you know, what was it? Any track?
Name one of our
Or
mixtapes.
what is the mixtape?
One of Trust Fund mixtapes.
What's trust fund? And then you win a
Red box.
Red
From
box.
Pure West.
Pure West. Yes. Let's throw that out there. Anybody know any name of their mixtapes, and you will win that prize. So
But
We got-
also, this weekend,
we'll do it for 10 minutes.
coming up this
Anybody
weekend, I'm going to announce too, I'm also doing a ticket giveaway for the show.
Oh yeah.
So look for it because I'll do it here. I'm not sure, probably tomorrow or Sunday, but I'll post it and you'll know what it is. But all you have to do to enter is I'm going to post a flyer to the show. It'll be the official post.
Yeah.
I'm going to post a flyer, and all I have to do is share it. And then comment under the post, share it, so that way I can go and look and verify that you shared it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to enter you into the drawing. And then when we get that drawing, I'll do the drawing live.
Yeah.
And whoever I draw, I'm going to make sure you get a pair of tickets to the show.
Yes.
So if you'd like to go to the show and win a pair of tickets, watch out for that. And also, I'm going to do grand prize will be tickets to the show and some Kingpin Kool-Aid. And then runner-up will get a nice Kingpin Kool-Aid package as well. So
Yes.
look out for that. I will, when I get back to the house and I get everything set up, I'll try to get that going right away. But I will make sure that I get it done here this weekend, so that way someone can win tickets to go see the show.
So as we wait for somebody to say that, what's your flavors of your Kool-Aid?
Oh, I have a bunch of different flavors, man.
What's your favorite? What's your top seller? I would say.
Peach mango.
Oh, that sounds good.
Peach mango with strawberry boba.
Wow, that sounds
I
freaking
do
delicious.
infused boba pearls.
That would be
They're not like the tapioca ones. They're the ones with the juice inside.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Pop and boba.
Yeah, we definitely. See, and that's the thing is like I remember you gave me something to try, and it was pretty good. Haven't had any in a while, but it's like it relaxed me. It did. It really did. Okay, let me see. If you want anything like with the Kool-Aid, definitely it's really good actually. He does a pretty good job on it. Get a hold of it because
I think
it'll
so.
be worth it. If you want to be laid back, you want to drink something after work, when you know you're not going to go anywhere else, then yes, do that. All right, all we need is the name. Oh, I thought somebody that was you. All we need is one name, and we get some. You get some tickets.
So I am excited about this show because like I have a catalog of music that I have a majority of music that hasn't been released. You can check out a lot of I have my album Underground Kings with DJ Head DiBiase on Spotify. I shared that, and then I have a good playlist of music a lot of it too unreleased on SoundCloud,
Mm-hmm.
which I shared. I've been fortunate to work with a lot of great artists, not just local but international, national. So when I got asked to do this show, I was like, all right, what am I gonna?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, once they told me the amount of time that I had left on my set, I was like, all right, I was able to narrow it down, and I think I picked a pretty good freaking set list. So, like, the more I listen to it and rehearse it for myself and go over it, 15 minutes.
Oh, okay.
So the more I listen to it, the more I go over it, the more confident I get with it, and I'm just like excited for people to hear it.
That's awesome.
Like there's a lot of music to choose from. You
Yeah.
know, but like me, when I do it, I want to be able to do it and make sure that I leave a mark.
Yeah.
Make sure that like when I leave there, you'll know who I am.
Yeah. I mean, definitely. I'm gonna say this with all confidence. I think everybody knows who you are. Well, you got
I'm
the
not
up-and-comers.
cocky like that. My other goal
Yeah.
is to have people that never heard of me or never seen me, and they walk out of there to be like, whether it's like, yo, Kingpin's dope, or to at least be like, hey, who's that guy?
Yeah.
Who's the first guy?
Yeah. Who's that first guy? Yeah.
Like, who is it?
And we're gonna let's go ahead and because I was the same way with Sonny Ski. When we saw him at that show, I actually got it filmed. I got it where he jumped off stage. I think he flipped off
Oh,
stage
shit.
because he was like right there, and then he went like this, like told everybody get back, and he did a flip off stage. Like I think he did it backwards. I'm gonna have to look at the footage, but and he
You
started
caught that
singing.
on
He
footage?
jumped. Yeah, like it was the show with Joey.
Oh yeah.
Joey was
Hey, real quick, shout out Joey Ochoa, dude. I've heard some of his music lately.
dude. He's kicking ass.
Yeah, holy
kicking
shit!
ass.
Like,
I tagged him.
I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh yeah, I know Joey or whatever, but like, it brings me back full circle when people share like that we know commonly, and this goes to the strength of sharing, of just promoting and helping share people. Like someone shared some of Joey Ochoa's music, and I was like, dope. I love it when people do it, and especially they're like, oh, people that we know, and they're, like they're from the same area or whatever. And so someone shared, I can't even remember who it was, but someone shared a Joey Ochoa song. So I jumped on it and listened to it, and I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, he's fucking badass.
It's different.
Yeah,
Joey.
like wish that dude the best. And
Yeah.
you can tell. I was gonna say you can see that.
He's got that drive for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
It's just like
Other artists that like I really like to just say, like, yo,
Yeah.
I fucking salute you.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Fucking my man, Deuce Dollar.
Dude, oh,
God
we had him on the show,
damn, bro.
and I wanted him to do it. I don't think he did a song. It was when we were still in the base. Were you guys at that one? Or no, it was before you.
We had K-Lou after.
Yeah, it was right after. But we had Deuce Dollar on the show.
Young Champs, bro. Yeah, Young Champs. I remember that shit, bro. But I mean, like when Lifestyle hit, him and Cassius, rest in peace. Like, woo,
Yeah.
boy, them dudes, like,
I mean,
phenomenal artists, great people, like great businessmen, great men individually, just all around. You know what I'm saying? But like, very, very inspirational. Yeah, dude. I'd be an ass if I didn't sit here and say like salute to them and what they did. Their movement was freaking phenomenal. Like,
you know what? It's almost like saying you guys started it, they're keeping it going. This is the way I look at it.
I mean, I would like you sit back and say things like that, but just as an artist, as someone who was in here,
Exactly.
I'm just like, yo, like when I was going hard, they were coming up, going, and then I know that when our decline came, they went and they fucking, you know what I mean? They just hit the ground running. Like same with Severe, like fucking John Severe, bro. Like IRL team, bro. Like he ran his shit, to this day, bro. Like, if you see him put out freestyles online, like, this dude does not fucking ease up on his lyrics, bro. Like, Severe is a fucking beast.
What up, Michelle? What up, Mighty Vela? Yeah, and it's like, it's almost like, again, like, it goes back to that part of, you know, I listen to old school rap. I'm an old school, you know, Tupac, Biggie. But still give people a chance. I still listen to your music, obviously. You know, because it's like, I'm gonna listen to some Kingpin. You know, and I'm dead serious. I do that.
You know what's funny, real quick?
Yeah.
Like, you say I'm gonna listen to Kingpin, right?
Yeah.
So, I was notorious when I was in music, doing it actively. Like, I was like, people would be like, "Can we hear something else, bro?" Because I record a song and I put it on CD and I'd be in the car and I just listen to me.
Oh yeah.
Like, everywhere I go, I just listen to me. So,
You have to.
you know, and like for a little while, I kind of realized, like, fuck, I'm missing out because I'm not listening to nobody else's music. But
Yeah.
boom.
True.
And then, getting ready to do the show, I'm listening to music and I'm like, who the fuck did I record that? I'm like, I was putting on, I went through my old, like, I have a, what you call it, hard drive full of music, and I just, like, rip a whole bunch of them and move them onto the media player, and I play, and sometimes I'll be like, that is a dope song. Who the fuck is it? Oh, it's me. You know? I'm like, I don't remember doing that one.
Yeah.
But I went from always listening to myself to, like, years, like, a gap. Like, I literally had not heard my own voice on a song in maybe 3-4 years. Like, I don't listen to myself, right? So, like, going through and picking these songs for the set list and listening to my music again, you know, I'm sitting there listening to it, I'm like, oh, shit, okay. Oh, I remember that. Oh, I was in Florida when we did that. I was in Kentucky for that one. Like, it kind of, like, just brings your memory of it. Like, or even puts you in different spaces where I'll be like, you know, like, I remember when we recorded that Age and Bleak and Northern Exposure were doing this at this time.
Northern Exposure, that's what it was.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember his
Northern
name.
Exposure.
What was that? Eric Roberts, wasn't it?
Eric Roberts?
Is that what his name was? Eric something.
For me, it was fucking Bleak and
Bleak
Age.
and Age.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe it was somebody else. Maybe I got that. But anyway,
Um,
Adam Hoffman said, everyone dropped off. I will take 2 tickets for the Standing Strong.
the tickets are going to be another giveaway.
Yeah, that's a different thing.
That's a different giveaway.
This is for the gift from Pure West.
For the meds.
Yes.
Madness.
All right, so let's you know what, let's go another. We'll go for another 3 minutes. If nobody says it, we'll just post it on Facebook.
Yeah, that's my bad. I should have did it like in the middle of it. I just wasn't. We were having such a good conversation.
Yeah.
I didn't think
It's all good.
to do that. Like, honestly, I haven't even really looked at my phone. Like, I came here with the intent, like, I'm going to be on here. I'm going to see who's on, and I'm going to respond.
Yeah.
And I haven't.
It's all good.
So,
We do that.
I see
sometimes.
that. Dave Fella, what's up, Dave Fella?
Yeah, there's I had more people on here, but I moved up too fast and it took everything off.
There's a bunch of people on.
Like, I had to, like, to be honest with you, at the peak, I never even looked at how many people were, like, tuned in or watching. I apologize for that. It's just like I've been so focused in on answering questions and talking and shit, but I've been having such a fucking good time.
Yeah,
We
cool.
apologize. Yes, that normally we go and read everything, but we were just in depth with conversation.
Marcus is one that's really good at that. Ben is too.
But Moyo said,
When you're in depth in it,
and then you're like, hold on, I gotta catch up.
someone up.
Yeah.
I've seen that.
But let's do our sponsors real quick one more time.
Yeah.
So we got Southside Cuts. We appreciate you, Moyo, and Angel.
Shout out, Moyo. Bro, like,
Yeah.
that's my dog.
Actually, I saw her earlier driving in his truck
Yeah.
over by DW.
Mad love for Moyo.
Well, we appreciate you, man. Thank you for the haircut
He's one
again.
of our biggest sponsors for our show.
Yeah, he's
huge. He did a
that
lot.
dude's a freaking guy. Man, he helped us out majorly. 114 West 16th, looking for that new cut. Get a hold of Southside Cuts.
My son cuts here for him.
616-836-7502. They're the ones that cut my hair. And then 616-836-7502. Get a hold of Moyo or Angel or anybody else that's there. again, they are looking for more barbers. So get a hold of Moyle. And
Now, down here, he's got cheap booth rent.
yes,
Yep.
he's got probably the best town.
Yeah.
Or probably West Michigan. So get a hold of them if you're looking for that job.
Second location coming too.
Oh yeah, second location coming up. They
Big
cannot
shout out
release
to Mario for all he does for the community too.
Oh,
yeah,
Him and
exactly.
his wife, man,
It's
innovation, bro. Like everything they do for the community, it's not overlooked, bro. Like you guys are just a blessing to the community for real.
Can't tell you how.
Continue to do what you do, and God bless, and much success to you, Moyle, bro. Like you came straight. You can say I come from the bottom to the top. Man.
Exactly.
And he's a self-made man. So
Yeah, he's a good guy, man. He's an awesome dude. And then we got Papa John's. Thank you, Papa John's, for helping us feed the community, because that's what we do here. We love to help people out. You know, we're not here to toot our horns, but, you know, we're here to help everybody as much as we can. So,
now don't forget, if you want to come and eat some pizza.
yes.
Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Tuesdays and Thursdays, yep.
Come on through, man. Black River Studios. So between 6 and 8.
Yep.
We have pizza, fresh. It's hot.
Yes,
So,
it's not pizza that's been sitting. Actually, you know what?
So on Tuesday, I'm gonna come and pick up 2 pies just to take my
Yeah, go.
man, sometimes we got 3 left.
But here's a quick poll.
Okay.
Here's a quick poll. Is pizza better the next day? Yes or no?
Oh, I think so.
Is it better the next day?
Pizza.
I would say
It depends which one's.
I would say no.
Like it like that?
Bro, I've made pizza for so many fucking
Oh,
years.
that's true. That's right.
Ain't nothing better than a fucking pie coming straight off the stone.
That's true.
Out the fuck,
That's
yeah,
true.
like, bro. Like,
I mean, yeah, if you've been in it like that, yeah, that's true.
so, yeah,
I like it reheated in there prior.
what
With
Pete
ranch.
Petrino used to call me is pizzaiolo. Stefano.
Yeah.
He was real Italian. He was like, hey, pizzaiolo.
Yeah.
But like,
over here in the north.
no, on the south side. But like, bro, like, yeah, like to answer that question, I'll shut that shit down because I'll be like, yeah, ain't nothing better than a day old pizza. But boy, when you pull that bitch off the stone, you cut it right there. That cheese loses, but it's like before I got a chance to get soggy and the crust is all
Still
crunchy. Crunchy, yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Can't nobody argue that.
You know, now that you said it like that, I'm gonna say no. I'll say, depending on the mood.
Yeah.
But yes, Papa John's, we appreciate your help.
Absolutely.
You've done, you know, you don't know how much help you've. It's just, I can't say enough. You know,
Shout out
It's gonna
to
keep
Tina.
oh, you know what? Hold on one second. I gotta go. Okay. So, again, Papa John's, get a hold of them, 616-355-7272. Get a hold of Emily. She is looking for drivers, kitchen help, and management.
Emily,
So
thank
get a
you.
hold of her. And we got Pure West Pure West Compassion Club, 9730 Adams Street, Holland. Get a hold of them, 616-772-9420. Now, they are located because, you know, does he still have that? He still has that butt or that.
The bus?
We're-
Yeah, the tour bus, yeah.
Now, if you ever see that around, give him, you know, wave at him, say hi. You know, it's either Bomber or one of his drivers. You know, these people are helping our community as well as just, you know, helping people that need this type of help with cannabis and, you know, the medical cards. And,
Yeah,
you know, they've been doing it for years. So they know what they're doing.
You know what? The truth of it is, they're helping people get off of those narcotics and
Yes.
potentially life-ending trips from fentanyl. Because you know, if you can just
Yeah.
get some fucking weed to help ease your pain,
Mhm.
you know, if you can get those meds, man, like
Yep.
people, if you look at it in that terms, then you know what? That's just what it really is. You know what I'm saying? It's a better alternative. So shout out Bomber, shout out my brother Bomber, and everybody at Pure West Compassion Club for making it accessible and helping relieve pain for these patients in need.
And then also, if you want to look at anything that they got, any specials, any sales, anything like that, you can either visit their shop in that old Burger King right next to Love's, 9730 Adams Street, or you can visit their website, purewestclub.com. They'll help you out. If you have any questions, get a hold of us. I will have to say we appreciate Steve Kingpin Segovia.
It's been
Being on the show, man.
Yeah.
You know what? Let's put you on. There you go.
Hey, you know what? First of all, I want to say thank you guys for having me.
Yes, for sure.
Hey, for finally getting here.
Hey,
It was just like, I've been trying to get him out here. We're trying to get him on. So we got to get him on here. So that's why when I did first thing I see you when I walked.
yeah, he walked in the Lincolnshire and he saw me and oh shit.
I said, bro,
Yeah.
you got to get out here.
Speaking of that,
Yeah.
shout out to Cheetah and Bruce.
Yeah.
Hi, Cheetah. Cheetah's in the chat. I want to say hi to Cheetah.
Oh, hey, what's
Cheetah, Bruce.
Hey.
Hey, they serve your community.
Yeah.
Lincolnshire Party Store.
There you
Make
go.
sure you stop in for all your party needs and non-party needs.
Yeah.
There you go.
They will take care of you.
Yeah.
We will take care of you.
Give another.
Actually, real quick, Lincolnshire actually just made national. They were on that show.
Yeah.
That thing on Netflix. The lady said she worked at Lincolnshire.
Yeah. Okay. So you can tell when everybody watched this because I
Yeah.
watched it, right?
Yeah.
And I'm sitting at home watching it, and then it's like I was working second shift at Lincolnshire. I was like,
Yeah. Yeah.
so I pick up the phone and I call Cheetah. I'm like, Cheetah. She's like, yeah. I was like, who did you see the show on things? She's like, yeah, no, we didn't own it because Cheetah and Bruce didn't own the store until 2010. But
Okay.
prior to it, Bruce Yam, the
Yeah.
owner before them, would have
When they
been
were in that old.
in the old closet would have been the one that the lady worked for.
Yeah.
So yeah, but yeah, it's been crazy. Like since that documentary came out, like people, like people that have come in and are like, yo, when does that lady here? And I'm like, I know, but it's funny because I'm like, I got the same shit. but
That's
but
funny.
yeah, it's funny because like the one of the girls in the thing is a regular.
Yeah.
You know, she comes in all
Oh
the
yeah.
time.
Was it?
Kim.
Oh.
Kim, yeah,
Jeez,
and
okay.
but Cheetah, and then like Meta, I think she's still coming here sometime.
You know what?
Oh, yeah.
Man, that girl looks so familiar though. I think I know that lady.
But yeah, it's funny as shit because I mean, you know, like me, I'm fucking sitting there watching it and it comes on. I'm like, oh shit! And I have to call Cheetah. I'm like, Cheetah.
You know the funny thing about that? Well, not funny, but it was. So I'm watching it too, and I'm sitting there looking at my. Why does that look familiar? Oh shit! That's Speedway on that 40, and because it showed Speedway, and then
Yeah.
oh shit! That's right. They're coming up from Hamilton, and then the spot that I lived right down the street from, where that girl got kidnapped, the little girl, was right there where Windmill gas station used to be.
Okay.
And they were showing that scene, that area, and I was like, "What the frick? That's right up the street from my house."
See that shit? So, for all you know, let's say shit don't happen in Holland.
Yeah, exactly. Actually, let's go ahead. So we got that one, the documentary on that one, and then there was another one, the UFO one.
Oh yeah,
It's on Unsolved Mysteries.
Unsolved Mysteries on Netflix too. Yeah.
Yep. Oh man, there was a third one too, but damn, what was that? There was a third one. I don't know. I'll have to look at it. But anyways, yeah. So,
Yeah, let me just say, man, thank you guys for having me. I know it's been a long time coming. Me and Ben go way back. Ben was there when when Trust One was, getting off the ground. So thank you for, everything from back then
Thank
till
you
now,
for
man.
allowing me to
Thank you guys for squeezing me in. I know you guys always have a show. You guys always have guests where you guys moved shit around and got me in here last minute to help promote the show. It means a lot. To everybody that tuned in tonight, thank you. I appreciate you. That means a lot. And I hope to see a lot of you at the show Thursday, October 3rd, next week Thursday at the Park Theater. I will be hitting the stage, me and DJ Sinuk. It's been a minute since I've done it, but I'm going to show you that I can still do it because sometimes you got to pop out and show.
yeah,
Exactly.
exactly.
And,
Yep, exactly.
I know I got it. I know I can still get it.
So listen, y'all. So listen,
It's like
everybody.
riding a bike.
So listen, everybody. I'm gonna tell you this.
Hold on, let me see.
He's gonna show up and show out.
Kind of on camera.
He's gonna show up and show out. Keep him gonna show up and show out. All right. Let's do the same for him.
Yeah.
But shout out my city, man. I hope y'all come out and support not just me,
Right.
but support these other artists that are
Mhm.
putting the show together.
Yeah.
6Man, Sunny Ski, Quaj, DJ 7/8, DJ Sanook, the whole Park Theater crew. We're about to have a ball, about to go out there and get it in. I'm excited. And who knows, man? things like this is what brings inspiration, and inspiration creates and leads to new endeavors, new music, new whatever. You know what I'm saying? And I'll throw it out there. I'm always down to work.
We got dibs on your first music video.
Hey, you know, but I'm saying I'm always, you know, like for new artists out there, bro. Like I'm not that guy that's like, I don't give a fuck who they are. Like if you make good music, bro, and we rock and we vibe together, you know, I'm always in it to win it. I'm always
I'll tell you right
down
now,
to get
on behalf of our artists here, you know, I see a near collab.
Hey, you never know what can happen. You know what I'm
That's a
saying?
good
Me and
idea.
James C sat back and talked about it. Like, man, why don't we act? And I was like, I don't know. Sometimes you just get comfortable, and that's no, you know, like I don't make no excuses. You know, I got comfortable just, you know, living life and like establishing myself and being good, and it never means that it goes away. You never lose that feeling. You never lose that passion. So even kids that were doing it when I was doing it, you know, like. If you still feel like you gotta get it in, bro. Like,
Do it.
because like as a musician, as an artist, as someone who creates, you never lose that drive. You might stop and lose it and like slow down for a minute, but it stays in you.
It's still in your head.
You know what I mean? So Holland, stand up, and let's get it. Come out, rap with me. If you see me in the streets, say what's up, and I'll say what's up back.
Yep. And don't ignore people. Come on. Have fun with them. You know, we gotta enjoy life. So again, Kingpin, we appreciate you. You know, we've always been friends, and you know, I respect you in all aspects. You know, I can't say enough, but I thank you for being on. You know,
Sure.
and I hope the Lions beat the shit out of Seattle.
You know it.
We need that revenge victory. Yeah. Exactly. So, Lions will win Monday night. It is a Monday night.
Good, bro. Appreciate you too, man. Thank you guys, brother, for your time and you know for the hospitality.
Yep.
And I look forward to doing it again. Maybe I'll pop it on a paranormal one.
Dude. Okay, so we're going to talk about that later. But yes, everybody, thank you for joining tonight. This was a great episode. I had fun. Some stuff I didn't know, but Kingpin, we, you know, wish you the best. Everybody at the show, we wish you the best, and just have fun with that show. Enjoy it. Enjoy the moments. All right, everybody, have a good night, and we will see you Monday night because it's Friday, and I was thinking it was Thursday. So, peace out.
Peace out. See y'all later. October 3rd, I'll see you there. And
October
Monday
3rd.
night, we're getting that done.
Good. And then you can kind of see your face.
All right, y'all. Y'all be blessed. Have a good night.
All right. Peace out. Everybody have a good night.